everybody, and welcome back to the Emerald Dragon. Currently, we are in the Tomb of Annihilation. Now, today we are getting started right back into the action, but we've got McDonald's.
Oh,
We've got
no.
Bang.
Oh.
We've
We got Bang?
Gatorade, because
Oh,
we're going to
no.
have to stay hydrated down in this tomb.
Luke,
But-
should I go get the Bang that I have in the fridge?
Bro, you can bring all the bangs you want, because that's how we do it at the Emerald Dragon.
Oh my gosh.
With that being said, Paul, take it away.
Holy
What an
smokes.
intro.
Oh,
Oh, my
man.
gosh.
Paul, can you confirm really quickly if that's what a standard set of rations for adventurers looks like these days?
Right. That is indeed. You're right. Yeah. You found one of those kits in the forge. Just like a bag of McDonald's. In the middle of,
I mean, it never molds.
Withers likes to snack sometimes. So.
It just needs
Withers
a happy
Originals.
meal sometimes.
Yeah, a Serax Happy Meal.
Oh, my God. We're off to a wild start, y'all.
All right. Well, wow. We left off at an exciting time. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I don't know. We are indeed in the midst of the Tomb of Annihilation. So your characters haven't died yet. Surprise to me and to us all, probably.
I mean, I should be dead like 6 times over, I think.
Yeah, I think most of you came pretty close. So before we jump back in, let's introduce our characters. Let's start with Brad.
Hello, my name is Brad. I'm playing Alastor Eltan, formerly of the Flaming Fists. I am a wonderful half-elf war mage. And tonight, folks, it's about the Flaming Fists, all right? Our lieutenant's in a big pickle, all right? That's all I gotta say. I'm really worried about it. My mustache hasn't stopped trembling. On to you, Lieutenant Silky.
Oh, no. Hello, everybody. Tonight I am playing Silky, the monk kobold, who is currently fish food. Very unlikely to come out of the situation. So, everyone say goodbye.
Adieu.
Adios. Luke.
Hello, everybody. My name is Garathor. I'm a half-orc Berserker Barbarian. It's pretty straightforward. I beat shit down. Alex.
Hello there. I'll be portraying Iranae, our face spec rogue. Because
It's always funny.
you know that persuasion and deception are going to come in very handy in a place called the Tomb of Annihilation.
Right.
But I can
Place-
stab stuff too. It's all right.
The place where Tomb of Annihilation, the place where enemies talk it out and become friends. And with that, let's get ready to jump back in, but just take a minute or two to recall what happened last session. You guys were drowning in wine and thinking that you guys were all going to die, but
Wasn't as awesome as it sounds.
yeah, right. Yes. 3 invisible wine weirds came out, and you guys had to fight these creatures that were these kind of slimy tentacle like things, and you did defeat them, upon which it triggered the wine to drop, and you guys could breathe once more. You guys made your way through back through the secret doors that you had seen. You went past a well. You found Wither's office, and you found a journal there, which kind of had some interesting insights about his kind of whole life trajectory in the Tomb of Annihilation and working with, I think it was called the Evil One or the Dark One or something, the Master. That was it, the Master. And Garathor did some unspeakable acts to his desk. Then you guys went over to the forge, and Garathor opened the door with the strength of how many lads?
10,000 mighty lives. 10,000 mighty lives.
And indeed, you guys were shorthanded without Silky, but Garathor laid down the cards and the smackdown with the assistance of Iranae and Alastor. And indeed, yes, that was a bloodbath in there with 2 giant summon creatures and just dice rolls to boot. I remember at one point you had life drain and it looked like you were going to lose like 40 maximum HP, and you saved all 5 con saves and didn't lose a single maximum HP. I was rolling like absolute crap. You could not miss. 3 attacks a turn. It was insane. It was a bloodbath in there. And yeah.
Nice
Wow.
gods.
10,000.
Withers did escape, however, using a magic amulet that he had, but everyone else was completely annihilated. Upon seeing in this forge, your characters had access to every single thing in the player's handbook, the entire equipment page, all of the adventuring packs. Even McDonald's was there.
Non-sponsored.
And you guys equipped yourselves, taking 5 minutes or so with just tons of stuff that will hopefully help you later on. You guys ventured down a secret staircase. Oh, and you found that lantern, right? With
Starfallen.
Starfallen,
Yep.
yes, who was very forgetful, but decided to take her along. Then you guys made your way down very, very deep into the earth, descending on a spiral staircase. You guys went out into what seemed like a place with 3 giant large gears, just this giant cavern, and then there was water. And that's when Silky descended in a cage, like a shark cage, a diver's cage, and saw some phosphorescent crabs. And then she heard a voice and decided to go back down to see what was at the other end of this telepathic voice in her head as she was communicating with someone that sounded like a little girl named Kit. Right at the end of the session, Kit revealed herself to be a giant aboleth with huge tentacles. This thing is gigantic, almost as big as bigger than the gears, like as big as the gears, those giant gears. And rows of teeth, and slowly coming out of the dark, murky water towards you. And that is where we left off, and we'll pick up tonight's session as Silky is in a diver's cage looking out at what she thought was going to be a childlike creature. It ended up being this instead.
Great.
Silky,
Yeah.
what do you do as you first see this thing?
I pull on the rope. I pull on the rope to let them know to pull me up immediately. As well as I was holding patient defense, I believe. I think I might wait to use that until we get into initiative, though. So yeah, I pull on the rope.
As you start to pull the rope, when you think about pulling the rope in your head, you hear a voice say, "Wait, don't go." And you're like, your hand is right there.
I pull it.
Dunk.
And I
all
do
right.
take patient defense.
I guess we need to roll initiative. Not necessarily combat. We'll see what happens, but let's both roll.
Oh, can I do one other thing?
And Garathor, I need you to roll initiative as well, which is good, I suppose, because you have advantage.
Do we need to go to the map, or do we just click our tokens on this?
Garathor, do you always have advantage, or is it when you're raging only?
No, it's always advantage.
Okay.
Paul, do we need to go to the gear map or just the Tomb of Annihilation map?
We don't need to, but
Just knowing for tokens clicking.
Sure.
Yep. Can I do one other thing before initiative starts?
Yes.
Can I believe I have Starfallen on my belt. Can I, as I'm pulling the rope, yell, "Help, help, anything you can do to help right now would be appreciated, please."
Okay. I'm gonna, that's too much. I'd say that's a turn.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Ooh. Okay. Well, Kit is going last. So we will have Silky. I'm just going to write it down. Silky, Garathor, Kit. So Silky, you actually can't go up, and you're 50 feet underwater on your turn, but you can act in the cage. So it'll raise on Garathor's turn. I'll have a strength check.
Okay. Well, firstly, I will use 1 key point to use patient defense.
Okay.
To take the dodge action as a bonus action. And then I don't really have anything else I can do to help get up. Yeah, so I will use my action to do what I did with what's her name? Starfire. Starfallen. And be like, hello, I'm about to be eaten by a giant sea monster. Anything you can do to help would be nice, please.
I didn't even know Starfallen was with you. So Starfallen's kind of you've sensed the lanterns start to glow a little bit, and so like, what's going on? How can I help?
I don't know what you can do exactly, but if you can do anything, can you offer protection? Can you offer?
And then that's kind of it.
Okay.
Just kind of in a panic state. She seems like she talks very slow and doesn't have a lot of awareness of the environment unless you tell her. And
Okay.
She can have some conversation, but she doesn't really know what's going on, it seems, just from that. And she's forgetful.
Sweet.
Okay.
Great turn.
Well, Garathor, you're next. I need you to roll a strength check.
Disadvantage.
Right.
No.
Okay. I will say this turn that Silky goes up 20 feet, so halfway in one turn. But it doesn't matter, because I checked the aboleth's swim speed and it's 40. So based on that, the aboleth can get to you and swims up to your cage as you're being like jolted up out of the air, and you see this giant tentacle grab the side of the cage and start to pull you back down. Garathor, you feel a giant lurch, like, you know when you're fishing and you're like fishing for panfish, and all of a sudden you catch like a shark or a northern pike, and it's like zzz. Yeah. So all of a sudden you're kind of bringing it up as fast as you can, and all of a sudden zzz, it like starts to zip down and make that noise.
Silky.
I'm gonna leave it there, and the aboleth Kit says, "No, don't leave. I just want to play," and like starts to kind of drag you back in the water.
Friends, don't do that.
That brings us to Silky.
Okay, we're still in initiative. All right. I'm going to look at the aboleth and say, friends, don't force friends to stay where they are. I don't want to be under the water anymore. If you want to play, let me go back up. Please. And while I'm saying that, I'm going to try to find a door to open up the cage, but try to do it so that she can't see me.
Roll a d6 to see which way the cage door is currently. We'll say, okay, I was going to say 6. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's facing towards the aboleth pretty much.
Great.
Just a little bit to the side. But you can open it. You know that there's just a latch there. It can be opened from the inside. Are you opening the door?
No,
Okay.
no.
Kind of.
I'm just gonna leave that.
Make a persuasion check. All right. Doesn't seem to have an effect as this aboleth is pulling on the rails. Garathor,
Yes, sir.
what are you doing? You feel huge resistance. Huge.
Huge resistances are being felt.
Obviously not Silky.
I am going to rage. I'm very scared for Silky, so I'm going to rage, and I'm going to try to pull up on this chain or this rope. So, would that nullifies the disadvantage, and it's just
Straight
regular?
roll.
So it's just
Yep.
a straight roll.
Yep. And that would be a nice contested strength. Oh! Silky, you feel the strength of 1,000 lads pulling, and the aboleth starts to lose grip. Like you start to be traveling up, and then you see Kit go and like grab it and like start to pull it back down. It is deadlocked right now. It doesn't go anywhere. It is a heated fight back and forth, like two colossal giants duking it out right now, fighting over this diver's cage. So 24 and 24, that's pretty impressive.
Ow.
See, Garathor, you only pulled with the might of 1,000
Only
lads,
1,000, not
mighty
10,000. They were just regular lads. Fuck.
10,000 for this one. Silky,
Yes,
I
DM.
need you to make a Constitution saving throw. It is DC 14, I will tell you.
Nice.
You feel, as the aboleth continues to shout in your mind, saying, "Play with me, don't leave," you feel this like little thing, almost like a parasite, but except it's psychic. But it feels like it's a parasite taking root in your mind, and it's trying to like coerce you. You feel it start to take over your brain, and like you're like, maybe I do want to play. Maybe I do want to stay here forever. And at the last second, you like shake it off, and you get rid of that. And you're like, that was scary. You saw your whole life just underwater with an aboleth, like for a brief moment. You saw yourself fulfilling a child's like fantasy of just playing forever and just in an imagination land for 1 second, and it was gone. You shrugged it off.
Love
But
it.
that brings us to your turn.
Silky is just gonna say, "This is not how we play. This is how we kill people. This is not good." And I would like to kick open the door and try to swim up. If you would say kicking the door is an action or not?
You can just open it.
Okay, I would like to open the door.
Nope.
And then
Free action.
I would like to use. What do I want to use? I would like to use the dash action. I don't know how speed works underwater.
It's half.
It's half.
Do you have a swim speed?
I don't.
Then yeah.
Okay, so 90 would be my speed if I dash. So half of 90 would be.
Is that including Step of the Wind? Or are you just 45 base?
It's just 45
So
base.
you can get like 140 feet, halved.
140 feet halved using Step of the Wind, which I will do.
Wait, what was it? Sorry again. What was your 45 plus 45 is 90 plus another 45 is 135.
Yes. So whatever
What's
one.
135 halved? Luke.
Hold on.
135 halved is going to be
67.5.
Okay. We'll just round up to 68. So that's pretty good. We'll say it's 70 for now.
Okay. And I would like to use Step of the Wind and swim up as fast as I possibly can.
Okay. Actually, it's 40 feet of movement, only swimming, and then you get normal movement. Although, okay. Out of
I'm
initiative
confused.
order, Silky
Okay.
emerges, and Garathor, you immediately feel the cage give, and it's like you lost a fish. It's like it snapped because it just let go. So you fly backwards, and Iranae and Alastor, you see Silky just emerge frantically from the water, like bubbles and splashing all over. And Silky, you can actually, you're right at the water's edge. That goes down to the water, so you can climb up.
I climb up and I hide behind Garathor.
Okay, you can speak.
And I go, okay, there is a ginormous monster down there that can do magic. It tried to make me stay. It is not safe.
GTFO then.
Yes, I would agree.
Up the stairs.
Through the door.
Through the door. Go, 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 go.
I'll throw Silky on my shoulders and start running.
Okay. We're gonna do. I need Iranae and Alastor to roll initiative for this.
I also asked Silky to punch me in the face.
I do. I don't think I have any movement or action left. I bite your shoulder or something.
Perfect.
Were we not in the previous initiative?
We
You were not.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was waiting for my turn. It's like I rolled a 6. It's gonna be a while. All right. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Natural 1.
All right.
Hey, I rolled a 2. We're almost in the same boat there.
All right.
Okay. We'll just assume you guys all dash out, except Alastor, who starts to stumble up the stairs at the same time. Alastor, you see this giant aboleth emerge from the water, and make a history check. You might recognize this stuff. Alastor's well
17.
I'll say you do know roughly what this is, and you know that it has the power to. It has a very good memory, perfect memory. It's known for that, and it's also known to take slaves, mental psychic slaves, and keep them forever. So. You have no idea anything else about this, but those two things flash in your head as soon as you see this.
Perfect.
It emerges and and you see it, and immediately it links eyes with you, Alastor, and says, "Where are you going? Don't leave!" As Silky is gone now, and you guys are leaving. It's your turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Lieutenant Silky doesn't want to play anymore.
Actually, it's going to take one tentacle swipe at you, Alastor, with that natural 1.
I have hella AC. Don't worry, guys.
Don't hit the wizard.
But wizards are the most fun to hit.
Oh.
1d20. It's got plus.
I don't like that. Roll low, please. God damn it. Actually, hold on. Let me see.
You might be able to get out of that.
If I can do, yes, I'll do shield as a reaction, please. +5 bonus to my AC, which brings it up to 24 AC.
You have a 19 AC.
I am possessed by a trickster god.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, what does this look like as your trickster god literally got you out of this scenario somehow? You want to narrate this a little bit? This is Obalaka, right? Obalaka.
Obalaka, yeah, definitely. Well, actually, I'm kind of stunned because I slipped, and I'm so graceful most of the time on my feet with my slim physique and athletic build. So I'm stunned as I see this gargantuan beast come out of the water. A tentacle comes right at me, and Obalaka's like, "Remember your routine." And I'm like, "Oh, shield!" Like my arcane shield just like totally thwarts this tentacle away.
Yeah.
And my handlebar mustache like felt like it was a close one.
Obalaka sends some purple energy to amplify your shield from your mustache. It, like, comes out and just creates this second barrier inside yours. Yours cracks a little bit, and then it gets to the purple one and just stops. And you just see this tentacle and all these rows of teeth.
Oh my gosh.
It is
Probably for metagame reasons not a smart idea, but I'm gonna cast Polymorph. Need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ooh.
I assume he's probably really wise, but it'll be nice if it comes off.
I'm casting this on the aboleth. Oh shit.
There is no legendary resistance. I'm surprised.
Ooh.
This is like that thing when you poisoned the T-Rex, Silky. I'm like, what? I'm like, come on, there's got to be something here I'm missing. But no, I think this is, it is +6. Yep. All right, we'll do it.
It's a DC 16 saving throw.
Ooh, you have to get a 10
So
or
it's
lower.
50.
50-50.
Ah. That looked fine to me.
Suspense is killing.
Dun dun dun.
No.
Oh!
You feel your magic not take any purchase, and it feels like you are trying to take over its body and transform it.
Oh my gosh. All right. That's all good and well, because I'm going to... Oh shit, that was a spell. I can't even use Misty Step and get out of here. All right, I guess that's... I'll take my movement.
I was gonna say your
And,
movement, right?
Yeah, I got movement, just
Yeah.
straight up movement. I'm
Okay.
getting out of the magical toolkit.
Iranae, you were
yeah,
holding the
how
door.
far can I get open?
Hang on
Or-
a sec.
Okay.
Iranae, you were holding the door. How, are you staying there?
Yeah, I'm still holding the door until
Okay.
until everyone's through.
Okay. Alastor, you take your movement. I suppose you probably held your action, and I'll let you slam the door shut right after Alastor gets through on this turn. Okay. Alastor, you get through the door, and Iranae, boof! The door just slams shut, and you guys are what you feel to be safe and have escaped the situation.
If anyone caught a glimpse of me as I'm going up the stairs, like you see like some fat rolls, like as I'm just like huffing it up the stairs, and like also in the torchlight, like beads of sweat just dripping off my forehead.
All right. Yeah, and you had to just, like, Iranae didn't quite have the door open quite enough, like, for a slim person. You know, like, squeeze through. All right. What do you guys do?
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah.
You do hear, right as the door slams, Iranae, boof, boof, boof. Just 3 smacks. And then silence.
Up or left? Up or left?
Left.
Left.
Left. Go.
Okay.
I will I will sprint down this hallway.
I will follow.
I'm up the stairs by the time they yell left at me.
Garathor,
Yes, sir.
when your foot starts to take purchase on the ground in this hallway, the place where you threw that meat and it didn't sizzle, immediately your mind fills with daggers. It feels like you're being stabbed, and you just feel this intense pain. Hang on.
That doesn't sound good. It's when your
Excellent.
foot
Touches the slime. I'm
oh
guessing?
no.
What a slimy situation.
Not
Sorry.
too bad. You take 2 psychic damage, Garathor.
Oh,
But Gareth, you guys see Garathor like freeze up. He goes into a full like barbarian sprint down this hallway and then just stops and like seizes for a minute, for a moment.
Whereabouts does that happen? Is that where his token is accurate, or
No, it would be right here.
I will, I guess, come backwards a second, and then I will take these little sacks that I have, since I've got a lot of little sacks, and I'd like to throw them onto the ground and step onto the sacks instead of touching the slime.
It's pooled pretty thick.
Oh, it's pretty thick. Okay.
Yeah. Like,
How are the
there's-
walls looking? Oh, I'm sorry, it's not my turn.
No, there's no turn. It's not an initiative order.
Oh, are the walls clear of this substance?
On the side marked on the map, it seems to be emanating from some cracks in the wall, like oozing out onto the ground slowly. It's
Is the
very
opposite side of the wall clear?
Thick. It is.
Okay. I cast Spider Climb on Iranae, and I cast. Oh, I can only do Spider Climb once because it's concentration. All right, Iranae, you got Spider Climb, and then I got. I'll Misty Step over there, over to the other side,
Okay.
and that's at least 2 parts of this puzzle. And stay tuned. I'll see if I can do anything else.
Could I climb on Iranae's shoulders? Is she strong enough to hold me?
Ooh, I should have spider climbed Garathor, huh?
What's your strength, Iranae?
-1 modifier?
Ooh, Iranae, are you gonna be able to carry them or not?
No.
No? All right. I drop spider climb on Iranae.
Oh no!
I cast it on Garathor.
All right.
Using my last 2nd level spell.
Oh no!
I will, one at a time, easily carry everybody across.
Yeah. In fact, Alastor, you can probably save your Misty Step, and Garathor can just haul each of you over.
Oh yeah, good call.
How
All
long
right.
do I get spider climb for?
GM.
No problem.
Until concentration drops, I think.
Spider climb up
I think
to
it's
1
an
hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just keep it on. Go for it, buddy.
So I'm like just walking, like on the ceiling, just like upside down.
Which is good because as soon as the first person gets over, you do see more slime in this hallway. So we'll just say it takes about 20 minutes or so, but you get Garathor shuttles everyone over. 15 minutes. Which reminds me,
15 minutes. Sorry.
See.
for both of these, yeah, it's about that. Carefully, but because of that, Garathor, roll a d12.
Get ready for an encounter, guys. I'm not
And
feeling
we-
good about this.
And we are now on 11 and 12 for encounter rolls. All right. Very good. So I will move all of your tokens. Yeah, go ahead and move them close to this side. There's just a wall.
Just-
right where Garathor is.
All right, let me up to the front. Let me take a look here.
Make an investigation or perception roll.
Could I investigate my end of the hallway to see if there's anything around this corner?
21.
14.
Okay. Alastor, you search for a while but don't really find anything out of place. Iranae, you find it's like a handhold, really, and when you pull it down, you see part of the wall just like kind of in a quarter circle. It slides in. It's an interesting movement, but you can crawl through this space into the next one after you hit this handhold.
Just before I do that, Alastor, how the hell do you have +9 on investigation? Damn.
I'm a well-studied individual.
But yeah, I will creep cautiously into this hole. But first I will say, Garathor, here, and I'll... Do you still have a rope? Still have a rope,
I've
yeah?
got all of the ropes.
Alright. Tie this one around my ankle, and if I yell, drag me back, alright?
Copy that, brother.
All right. With rope around your waist, you crawl into this room. You see more slime immediately to your left. To the south, it seems like that opens up to another room. I'll reveal a little bit more here. And to the north, it also keeps going. It just curves slightly. As you kind of take a glance around, you look at the walls. It seems like the walls that you've been in, nothing out of the ordinary. You look up at the ceiling because you start to see this drip, drip, drip on your hand and kind of on your arm, and you realize it's red, and it starts to run down, and you look up, and there is a bloody, sentence or just a couple words written on the ceiling, and it seems to be fresh and dripping onto you. And it's all capital letters, and it says, "Awaken Napaka," spelled Napaka, and an exclamation point. All caps, exclamation. If you've ever seen a text yell, the tomb is doing it.
I poke my head back down to the half circle and undo the rope. You guys are probably going to want to take a look at this.
I will go grab Alastor, and then I'll usher everyone through the hole, and I'll go in last.
Shimmy.
You guys are going through the... Okay. You have to go to the right. There's some spider webs and stuff to the right as well. It looks very old, and you kind of have to push down these cobwebs.
Does Napaka mean anything to me? Does mysterious words appearing in such a manner mean anything to me? Those are two separate questions.
Right. The mysterious words are tough to figure out in this dungeon for Alastor. Napaka, even without... I'll say make a history check, but you already know Napaka.
Natural one. Do
Maybe
I really?
what I was about to say with that, natural.
Do I know anything? I was asleep that day.
What does Alastor think about instead of Napaka?
Why don't you tell me what you think Napaka means?
What does that say? Napaka?
I have a
Napak? Is that like a beast of burden up in Baldur's Gate? Napakas. Awaken them. They never even sleep. They're up all night just grazing.
alpaca.
Like an alpaca?
Napaka. Could I possibly make a religion check to see if I've heard of Napaka before?
You haven't. Well,
I study a lot of gods, a lot of different death ceremonies. I may have come across them in my studies.
I'll give you, it'll be a roundabout information, perhaps. It's not exactly religion, but why not?
Okay, so do religion check or do something else?
Go ahead.
A7.
You don't recognize it.
Okay, worth a shot.
Lieutenant, I know all about these beasts. Don't worry.
I'm sure you do, sir.
How much blood are we talking about here?
It seems to be still dripping, like drip, 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 maybe off 2 or 3 places. It slowly beads kind of at the bottoms and tops of his letters.
How high up on the wall is this written?
The ceiling.
The ceiling.
It's on the ceiling. I'd like to spider climb up to it.
Okay.
And rub my hand across the blood, and I'd like to draw the sign of Kasuth to the best of my ability on my chest.
Ugh, we don't even know whose blood that is.
Okay.
Just need that to be known. Sorry.
You successfully do that. I don't know.
Kasuth, brother, be with me, for I am terrified.
You have fresh blood on your chest, on your barbarian chest now.
Yes.
It soothes me.
It kisses me.
Actually, yeah. Well, make a dexterity check with disadvantage as you are exhausted, as you're trying to make this sign of Kasuth.
Mm-hmm. Do I need to roll again?
What does this symbol look like?
It's I
the
skipped
thought
art
comes,
class.
right?
I skipped art class. That's for darn sure. But no, it doesn't look great. It's really just kind of like a circle with like little sunbeams, but it looks like
The Morning Lord.
it looks like a kindergartner.
like a
you know,
Care Bear.
it looks like a kindergartner like with crayons.
Nice.
It's not great. But,
Blessings
alright.
of Lathander.
but I definitely make a prayer
Alright.
to Kasuth and my brother.
The three of you are like wondering what Garathor is doing on the ceiling, and you see him start to paint some weird symbol on his chest, which none of you recognize.
So in order to make room for everyone to come into this space, I think I had to move down into the room to the south.
I'm gonna say you didn't do that unless you want to intentionally.
I mean, yeah, I want to intentionally, but that's my
Okay.
excuse is making room for everybody.
Okay, so Garathor's on the ceiling painting with blood. You guys see Iranae kind of take one step into this room to the south to take a look.
I also disappear.
What?
Garathor is gone.
Garathor?
Shh. There's no Garathor here.
All right, he can do that now.
I guess you would start to see the torchlight in this room, Iranae, as you approached. You see two pools of slime, more slime just oozing out of the walls, this thick, viscous slime. All right, this room is sloped towards the east. It is, I don't know, close to 45, so it's pretty steep. Yeah, it's a steep slope, and to the north, or to the up at the top of the slope, which is to the west, it looks like it just ends. You just see a wall there, and then as you look down towards the bottom of the grade of this slope, towards the east, you see a purple curtain right here. This room is dimly lit, presumably by magical means. Looks like it's been lit for a long time, and that is the room that you see.
I would like to sneaky silently try and get my way up to the top if I can.
Oh, is it raised at the curtain side down the other side, or
I think the curtain's
backwards?
at the bottom.
Curtains at the bottom.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what are you doing here, Iranae? You're going up.
Up, yes.
Yep, you're avoiding the slime.
As best I can, yes.
Make an acrobatics check, just because of the situation. I know it's painted a certain way that you can get through, but it is somewhat difficult to avoid this slime on the grade. I'll say, yeah, you do have an amazing acrobatics. You're fine. You can get through that. You tiptoe. It looks like a couple places, and you might communicate to the group if they try to get through that it is difficult to get through and navigate the grade, and the slime is like rolling down. Okay, what do you want to do, Iranae?
Just take a look around up here at the top. See if there's anything to see. See if this is maybe a secret door.
Make an investigation or perception check.
Absolutely. 16.
You are investigating, I'll say, this whole kind of vicinity here of, we'll say, about 8 blocks of space there on the map. Checking the walls, you don't find anything on the far end, the very top of this. it just stops. It's just hard concrete. And you're checking all over the place. You're not really seeing anything. As you go down to the south and investigate the lining of this wall, the length of this wall, you do find, you push aside some vines and some cobwebs, and you find a keyhole. It looks like it's a standard keyhole. It's not shaped. You do have a skeleton key with a shape.
Wait, we have a skeleton key, or it looks
Yes,
like
we
a
do.
skeleton keyhole? Okay. I would just like to be known that I'm on the ceiling, right here.
Okay. Indeed you are.
Are there any markings on the walls or ceiling? Anything of note that would be interesting?
There is not.
If I look closer at the purple curtain, is there anything weird going on with that?
Nope. It is a purple curtain.
Any objections to seeing what's behind door number 1?
Yes. You hear from an invisible area. Granted, you know exactly where I am because there's also a rope heading straight up to the ceiling.
Silky, where are you?
I definitely don't want to get that close to it. I want to stand like nearby, like perhaps within mage hand range.
Okay. There's slime there. It's kind of
Okay.
going down. We'll see you stay right there.
I think Silky is just gonna stay where she is and look at the group, and she's not totally sure what she should be doing right now, so she's just staying right there in the hall.
Okay.
Just kind of keeping her eye around.
You're checking. You're keeping an eye on the hallway.
Mhm.
Just to make sure there's nothing that comes down. Noted.
Yeah.
DM question. Invisibility says anything I'm wearing or carrying is invisible. Would the rope be considered something I'm carrying?
We
Would the
talked
rope
about
be-
this with the ring, right? I believe if you tie it around your waist, then you're wearing it. So it would become invisible then.
So there's an invisible rope tied around Iranae right now?
Oh, I took that rope off.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Question.
Anything that you are
No.
wearing. So if you tie a rope, or now it's considered something you're wearing.
I didn't know Iranae took the rope off. That's my fault.
That's okay. Yep.
Uh,
Your nature off.
Alastor, I found a keyhole up here. What do you think? Keyhole first or curtain first?
DM, is the curtain just kind of hanging freely? Is it like billowing ever so slightly? Or does it seem like it's secured somehow?
Make an investigation check.
28.
That's
Wow.
pretty damn good.
Tell me everything about this curtain. I want to know what material it's made out of.
Right, yeah, it is a very fine. Thank you. So it says it's a purple drape. So perhaps it was at one point in the life of some kind of a castle or something. It was very finely made, maybe a Seracs castle somewhere. You're wondering if a Serac has some kind of a propensity towards purple, like if it's his favorite color or something. Like why would he use a purple drape? And it's you do see little a gold lining as well, like some kind of embroidery. It's not necessarily symbolic of anything, but it's a very well made purple drape. You don't see it moving at all. And you're kind of gauging if there was some kind of an air current. So you do know that you think that this is close to the end of the hallway based on the air currents and the airflow within the room and the way that the drape is just really sinking. It is secured seemingly to this giant metal, not giant, but a metal pipe. And the pipe seems to extend into the stone on both sides.
Well, Iranae, I think this curtain here is probably not much to see behind it. I just have a hunch. So maybe that door is a little more interesting. Although we'll have to pull it back at some point, I assume.
Just
I have an idea, guys.
Go ahead, Garathor.
I recommend Silky and Alastor get back in the little hallway. Iranae, I want to tie another rope around you. and I'm about to cut this curtain open.
We don't need to cut it.
It's a
You
pretty
have-
nice. It's a nice curtain, Garathor.
Garathor, you can walk on the ceiling. Why don't you walk towards the top of the curtain and see if you can see through the gap in the wall?
See, the thing is, I've got this 10-foot halberd that I would like to cut it open with from a distance rather than just poke my head through. Because fuck this dungeon.
That's always the aggressor.
But the thing is that the thing is slanted downwards towards it. So I'm imagining some kind of grinding gears of death traps and blades is behind this curtain.
Now, seeing honestly, I'm kind of the opposite. I'm like picturing this keyhole releasing some kind of rolling boulder that would roll down into the curtain.
Well, whatever we do, this curtain is extremely well made. At least 1,000 thread count. So, maybe cutting it's not the best unless you're going to cut it to maybe make a cape out of later. That's just my recommendation.
You would look quite dashing in it.
So you guys are trying to save curtains from a dungeon that's trying to kill us. Is that what I'm hearing?
You never know when you're going to find a good deal.
I start picking the lock.
Lieutenant Silky and I step into the hallway.
A rope touches Iranae's head.
Okay.
Yep.
Iranae, make a thieves' tool check, please. Ooh!
Wow!
Yeah,
The
release that
rolls,
boulder.
you guys. 28 and a 29 in a row.
Except for the 1 and 1.
30's coming up, baby.
Fucking impressive. All right. Iranae, as you get out your thieves' tools, which it feels very good to have thieves' tools in your hands again, and you start to pick this lock, you feel some intense tumblers in this. Like things that tumble and trigger big things. And you are like, you start to get a little bit nervous as the gravity of the situation, like a bomb defusal, starts to set in. Like, this could be serious, guys. Is going through your mind as Iranae might be completely calm and cool as a cucumber on the outside. That's what's going through your mind in this bomb defusal, single bead of sweat. But everything just seems to be falling into place. You're just happy to have lockpicks again, and it feels like an extension of your hand. You're hitting everything right, and you're just like, oh, these lockpicks and me are just on the same wavelength right now. Boom!
Lockpicking lawyer.
A crawl space, after about 5-10 seconds of picking this lock, poof, opens up from the, like, behind some vines. You hear some stone moving. Let me reveal it here. Just right next to you.
Is it that tiny?
It is tiny. You have to squeeze.
I just very slowly do the film move where it's like the wall. I just like poke my eyes over it to peer down this passageway.
It curves after 10 feet or even 5 feet. It curves to the right.
Garathor, I don't know if you're going to be able to fit through this with your weapons.
There's no sound. Yeah, no sound. But a teardrop lands on Iranae's head.
Garathor, can you go get Silky and bring her over that goo?
Wee!
Silky, you take a ride on the Garathor Express. Get over the slime, no problem.
Oh, I say we as we go over.
And Alastor too.
You sure we don't want to see this curtain action?
I feel like it is no good.
All right.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I expected this to drop a boulder, so like opening that curtain's probably fine.
I mean, one thing good Nothing bad.
I mean, we're kind of in the employee
Garathor,
section
no.
of this dungeon, right?
You guys start to see
Garathor, no.
cut. You guys start to see a cut
Garathor, no.
going across the top of this curtain.
Ay, vey.
Is that a French phrase?
Are
No,
you
it's
you're
Jewish.
cutting the curtain, Garathor?
I would like to just stab the curtain with the halberd across the
Okay.
top of it. Just kind of cut it real quick.
You
Pull
stab
it
it.
back.
It's pretty thick, so like when you poke with the spear point of the halberd, it pushes back and it starts to ripple the whole thing. It doesn't go through. There's not any purchase for it to.
I'd like to pull out my trident,
Garathor, leave it be, please.
and I'd like to just try to stab it really hard to see if I can poke a hole through it.
All right, make a sleight of hand check. This is more finesse. It's not really brute strength, unless you just start going at it. You can go at it for sure.
I'm trying to. Ka!
I know. Yeah, this is a finesse thing. You're just poking it, and it keeps going backwards as you're poking it with this very sharp object. It keeps pushing back. And
Guys, this might be 2,000 thread count.
you guys see the purple drapes start to fluctuate, guys.
Garathor, please.
Because he's invisible, you're saying?
Yeah.
It's
Right.
not like it's moving unnaturally.
It seems like it's moving very unnaturally
Oh,
right now.
okay, gotcha. From our perspective.
So I would like to try to take my halberd then and slide the curtain. See if I can slide it open.
Just as Silky is about to step into the hallway.
You guys are doing this at the same time? Oh, Garathor's doing it, so... Okay. Garathor, you slide, and how far are you sliding? Because you can start to see more of the room behind
I'd like to slide it just the first 5 feet.
you. Okay. All you see is this.
And then I'd like to... Guys, should I keep opening it?
No?
will
I use
slide
my
it.
mage hand and help him open it.
All right.
So I'll move over here and I will slide it the rest of the way open with,
Between the
with
two of
this
you.
floating hand.
Silky, are you waiting, or are you diving in?
I look at Iranae, and I look at Garathor, and I go in.
All right.
I almost died already today. I'm not ready to do it
Diving
again.
in, she's going deep.
Garathor-
In her head, she wants to be.
Garathor and Alastor, you see a very strange sight at the bottom of this as you move this curtain over, this thick purple drape. You see a 3-armed gargoyle. But it does look very familiar to the 4-armed gargoyle that you have seen, except one of its arms is on the ground, broken from, it's like severed. But the other 3 arms have their hands open, and it seems to be just immobile. But yeah, Garathor, you're up close to one of your friends.
You see the curtain slowly just close itself.
Wait, hold up. My mage hand like stops it at a certain point. I want to look. Is there a placard or anything? Any markings in this room? Anything interesting?
From this, you'd have to go in and investigate.
I'll walk up to the curtain at least
Okay.
and poke my head in if that's enough. And I can use my little thing, my drift globe,
Sure.
to
You say-
cast the light.
What's your activation word? Did you have one?
I haven't. Loomis.
Very original. Loomis. And then there's also an activation word for the daylight spell as well. So you say Loomis, it simply casts the light cantrip and illuminates the room. Make a perception check. Silky,
Oui?
the tunnel goes on about 25 feet and then curves to the right again, seeming to go back into the kind of the area that you were, but further along.
I stick my head out and look over at Iranae and just say, it keeps going. I don't think there's anything in there right now. What are the other 2 things?
Looking at a gargoyle. Take a look around the corner. See how far you can see.
Okay. I would like to go, and while I'm going, I would like to be checking for traps, faulty steps, things on the ceiling, and make my way right
Make
about
an
here.
Investigation or perception check for
I
that.
would love to.
Alastor, you feel like you need to go up and investigate. You're very good at investigating in order to get more information. You're just not seeing any plaques or anything helpful from where you are.
15.
You don't see anything, Silky.
Okay. I make my way
Garathor.
around the corner and stick my head around. Sorry.
Garathor, I'm gonna just take a step in here and just would you sweep for traps kindly?
I would like to use my danger sense.
You don't use it, it's always on. It's like
I would like to.
You just have to put yourself in the way of danger.
I will drop a rope onto Alastor's face. Somebody needs to tie these ropes to themselves. I'm very strong. I'm invisible, and I'm on a ceiling. Tie this around your fucking waist.
It's not big enough.
What?
I can't tie it securely. It's like it's all loose because I can't really like cinch it.
I will just be. I will go on the ground invisible, and I will cross this. Well, I will not cross this threshold. What I'm going to say is, maybe we should wait for Silky so we don't end up in a situation like last time. I mean, I did go ham, but I
Well
can't
said.
promise I can do it again.
Well said. Well said. Yes, we should stick to our routine. We'll have Silky go ahead. Lieutenant.
Silky.
She's in a hole.
She's in the hole again.
He's in the foxhole. Silky.
Yes, sir.
Interesting room emerges as you head north. Or just you find the end of this tunnel.
What the hell?
Cute.
Gold to me. An Aberrath appears.
I will not be okay.
It's a lander Aberrath.
It has
There is
legs.
a giant skull in this room. And it's huge. It's like as big as an elephant's skull, you would presume, or some kind of a large, like even a T-Rex skull. It's just a huge skull. It seems humanoid. And it's on a platform, and the platform seems to be very well, like it's decadent. It's like embroidered, and it's got symbols all over it. And then there's just a skull sitting on top of it. You're facing the back of it right now. It looks like it's kind of facing towards where you came from.
I'd kind of like to just step right over here, not in front of it, but just from here, try to look at the wall and see if.
So it's like 10 feet wide and 10 feet high. The skull.
Does it look like the wall could open?
Make an investigation check. Nice.
Thank you.
It does not.
Okay.
Like you're trying to discern whether the skull like is a trap that would roll.
Basically.
It's not. Or
Okay.
sorry, not that it's not. The wall.
It's not.
It does not look like the wall opens to allow it to roll down.
Okay. Can I peek around the front of the skull and see if there's any markings, any phrases, plaques?
I'll just keep your 20 rolling here. You're investigating the wall. You turn around, you investigate. It's hard to tell. Like, why is there a giant skull in the middle of this room? And it seems abnormally big. Like a giant skull, I guess, would be the biggest. Like, it's a humanoid giant skull, but probably even bigger than that. And you're checking. You like look in. It seems like it has its mouth like kind of clenched, and you look up and you see giant eye holes, and then you look to the right side and you see something shiny in the left eye hole of this skull. Something that catches your eye, like a glint.
And I can't see exactly what it is.
It's like 8 feet high.
Okay. I'll go back behind the skull. Is there anything else in this room? Does it like any obvious doors?
Nope.
Okay.
That's it.
I will go back around to the party and relay what I have found.
Okay.
Yes, a giant skull. I don't know exactly what it's. Do you guys remember anything about the giant humanoid's body? Any hints, any clues?
I think we're outside of the traditional pathways now. Not
I'm
sure those
very-
little riddles would help us out.
Very curious about what is in its eye.
Did you see something?
Yeah, in the left eye socket there is something shiny. I could very easily go see what it is, but I wanted to check in first.
Yeah,
Good thinking,
take it.
Lieutenant.
Take it.
Yeah.
I mean, we are in a tomb of gods. Taking things from gods could anger them. I'm not sure if that's a great idea.
Yeah, we're in a tomb of gods, but does this look like one of the tombs of the trickster gods?
I mean, I don't think so. Do you want to come take a look?
Sure.
A
said there
drops
was-
down and touches Silky's head.
You can make a religion check, Silky, if you want to.
Yes, please.
You said there were symbols and things, Silky.
Yes, it looked like it. Whoa!
Roll. Good roll, Silky.
Thank
You're
you.
pretty sure that this is not. You're confident this, based on those symbols, that it's not a trickster god tomb. This has nothing to do with the trickster god.
I wonder if this has something to do with that Napaka. Well,
Yeah, so-
come take a look.
I will follow Silky in.
Did awaken Napaka, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would also like to go into the room if I can actually fit through that little space, and I'd like to try to decipher the symbols and things.
You can squeeze. It's not comfortable. It's half movement as your round form tries to
Yeah,
get through here, but you do get through.
this is pretty bad, but at least my socks are dry.
Good lord.
Yeah, I'll come around and peer into the eye socket.
Okay. You can see the same thing. You see some kind of a colored glint up in this eye socket as you are there. You can climb up, like in the nose hole if you want.
Yeah.
Or
Iranae, would you let me do it? I feel like you've already been cursed enough. If it is a curse, I want to take it.
Curse.
I just look at her and I start climbing the skull.
okay. You climb up. It's not hard. When you get your feet in the nose holes, and you actually your head is close to the eye holes now. You do see something in the left and the right eye. On the left-hand side, that glint that you saw is a staff, and it's golden. And in the right, you see a bit bigger than my fist. I was going to hold up my fist, but it's bigger. It's a ruby. And it seems to have arcane symbols all over it, inlaid with gold. It seems extremely well made. And as soon as you see it, you think back, Silky, to all of the, maybe, I know your monastery was probably pretty humble, but there might have been a couple statues that had been adorned, maybe the most famous death people that you worshipped. And if there's anything decadent at all about this is light years beyond the decadence that you've seen or ever experienced. Like, you just know there's something about this that is crazy.
Mr. Alastor, do you have your identify handy?
Never too far away, Lieutenant.
Before any of us touch these, I think we should figure out what they are. There is a staff and one of the most beautiful rubies I've ever seen.
Is the rubies attached to the staff, correct?
No, it's one is in one eye socket, one is in the other.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm very interested in the staff, personally. but the ruby seems a little bit more important.
I cast, first of all, in this space, Detect Magic. It's going to be a ritual cast. So over 10 minutes or so.
All right. As you cast Detect Magic and finish it, Detect Magic does not go through walls, I believe. Right?
Correct. I'm in this small room right now.
I know. I'm just talking
Okay.
about if anything were
Yep.
outside this, right? You do sense in this entire room some kind of pervasive conjuration magic.
The entire room is magic?
Yes. Like a big presence kind of on the walls, and just it seems like something could be conjured here. Besides that, the staff and the ruby do not emanate any magic.
Interesting. Keeping that in mind and knowing, and in addition to looking at the glyphs and things, I'd still like to do that.
Let me. The ruby. I'm going to say the ruby has some kind of an ancient magic. We've kind of used that before. Some kind of a deep, ancient something.
Would I get the sense that the staff and the ruby, or this entire set, the skull, the staff, and the ruby, are components of such a magic? Like they're components in a conjuration spell, like waiting to happen?
It could be.
Can I please investigate the glyphs and everything, the markings, the writing?
Yes.
Come on, baby. Oh, not good.
Great. It's tough to tell, but it seems like the glyphs and the markings on the floor of this, or you're talking about on the ruby? I'll just say on both.
No, I'm talking about the table has tons of markings on it, like
platform.
you said, and
yep.
Yeah.
The platform itself, it seems like that stuff would be helpful, and you're discerning it. It's in Old Umoan, like an ancient Chultan language, the people of that city. And you can't really tell what. It seems like it's something of great importance to them, like an object of great significance in their history. But you can't tell really its use or function or anything like that. But that's what the ritual is kind of like talking about, that kind of stuff, like how important this is. It's a sacred site, let's say that.
You said that ruby's about bigger than someone's fists, right?
Slightly bigger than a fist. It's huge.
After having one of those hangover moments where I'm looking at everything and like seeing 1,000 equations all at one time, I think we've just found the Eye of Zaltec.
The Eye of Zaltec. Remind me from last session what that was.
This is a legendary item.
Do you think it is safe to take?
I don't know if I can answer that question with any confidence, Silky.
You can make a history check one more time, Alastor.
Meanwhile, Garathor is realizing that it's very hard to eat upside down.
Nice. Jeez, these rolls. 27. All right, I'm going to read to you word for word. Eye of Zaltec.
Ooh.
Okay.
For centuries, this fist-sized ruby surmounted the Great Pyramid in Nexo, capital city of the Maztecan Empire. The gem is a relic of the cult of Zaltec, and its dagger-like point was plunged into the heart of countless sacrifices. And you do know that this is the eye, or the fabled treasure that the Yellow Banner was seeking.
And knowing all that information, does that give the skull or the staff or this room any more context?
Not really. The room and the skull seem strange, although it has to do with sacrifices, so perhaps it could be a sacrifice itself, but
Okay, I see what you mean. To the question though, do I think we can safely handle it?
there's no magic auras besides that giant conjuration one, so there's no magic traps or curses placed on it necessarily. Well, I guess the ancient magic could be cursed.
I'm still confused about like the entire room being magic. It seems like you're saying it has potential to be strongly magical, rather than being currently magic.
Right. It has the potential. You notice that perhaps if something was triggered, that something could be conjured there, like teleported there or something.
Okay.
Some kind of a conjuration could occur. The skull could have flesh all of a sudden. Like anything could be conjured in that room, it seems.
My friends, these items themselves don't appear to be magical, per se.
As Alastor finishes saying that, I grab the ruby.
All right. As your hand touches this treasure, it feels very cool in your hand. Nothing else happens.
Look it over. Kind of give it a little...
Careful.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh no.
Watch out for that point now, Iranae.
Come on, that one.
Did you just break a legendary item?
As Alastor is talking to Iranae, the ruby, she looks over to Alastor, and the ruby tumbles from Irane's hand, and
Can I cast Mage Hand immediately to try to catch it?
I don't think you
Like
can
a sliding left fielder, just laying out for it.
All right, why not? Make a sleight of hand check.
14.
I'm gonna say that's not good enough. Iranae, your mage hand goes out, and Iranae, it just tumbles on the ground. Boof, 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 boof. And all of you that are in this room just know the gravity of this item, the Eye of Zaltec, and just how important it is. You're taking in the sacredness of this room and how spiritually important it is. And Iranae, you just drop it on the ground, and it makes this loud thud, 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 thud. And you do see some of the arcane runes on the outside maybe like scuff a bit, but it's still fine. It's no damage to the gem, but just like the scenario of it for Silky and Alastor and for Iranae, you're like, you guys stop for a whole like 3 seconds with eyes.
I haven't, no breathing that whole time, like just letting it happen. I immediately redirect my mage hand, take it in my possession, and like stare at, like give Iranae the shit eyes as I tuck it into my pack with my mage hand.
Silky is saying a prayer under her breath, begging the mercy of whatever deity is in this room.
I'm afraid we're gonna have to be a little more careful than that, Iranae.
Can I look at the staff in the other eye socket?
Sure. The staff, it seems well made. Maybe some kind of a scepter. You know, it's not magical. Perhaps it was held by some royalty. But it does have large words engraved on the side of it, and it says in all capital letters, "Sleep, Napaka."
The staff?
Something tells me if we move the staff, Napaka will awaken. And I'm not sure if we want to awaken Napaka, because that message was written in blood. So I don't really want to touch the staff.
The staff itself says
Awaken Napaka, or sleep Napaka.
Yeah, but
maybe
Alice
that's
just said the staff's not magical. So
No, but the room is in maybe moving something in the room will trigger something. Non-magic can cause magic.
Non-magic can cause magic.
Non-magic items can
double
be used.
negative, Silky.
Non-magic items can be used in ceremonies, right?
It's true. Like if you moved a staff of significance outside of a magical aura, that it could trigger something.
Yeah, I'm not stupid.
Well, if Napaka is asleep, or no, awake outside of this room, but asleep with the staff, maybe we would want Napaka to be asleep.
So do we take the staff in case we find Napaka and make him sleep, or do we leave the staff here assuming that this is the thing that is making Napaka sleep?
I don't know. I don't often decipher riddles written in blood, Silky.
You know, me neither. I don't have very much smart.
It's tough to figure out. Yeah, as Alastor's kind of pouring it through his mind and you guys are all thinking about it, it's kind of like sometimes when you take shit in dungeon, bad things happen, and sometimes it's fine.
DM, in this room, what is this gold thing in the hallway?
That's the keyhole,
Oh,
or what kind of where it was located.
okay.
I think Kaylie wants to take the staff so bad, but I think we should leave it be.
I'm okay leaving it to a coin flip. I don't have an answer.
Iranae, you don't have your Timora coin anymore, but do you want to flip a regular?
I have 1 gold piece that I got given, so 1 will be take it, 2 will be leave it.
Okay. We shall leave it be.
Right. You guys leaving the room?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll lead the way, and then and maybe frustrate the folks behind me because I'm taking so damn long.
I just climb over him. Literally, I just scurry up his back, climb over his front, and keep walking.
Watch the mullet. So,
Sorry.
Meet up with Garathor on the other side of this.
After they leave, I'm gonna go back over. And I'm not gonna, like, take the staff out, but I am definitely gonna touch it.
Alex, you cannot help yourself.
All right. As soon as you touch the staff, we're going to take a break.
Ah!
all right, back in 5, everybody.
Indeed.
Indubitably. Here we go.
Oh, wonderful.
And welcome back to the Emerald Dragon, to the Tomb of Annihilation, where I indulge my nature and touch things that I probably shouldn't. Paul, take it away.
And with that, as Iranae's hand clasps the scepter, gently, not taking it, but just touching it, nothing happens. What a build-up!
Well, now that nothing happened, I really fucking want to take it.
That makes sense.
I mean, yeah, Alex, take it.
Checks out.
The logic is there.
You guys, Silky
coward.
and Alastor, are noticing that Iranae is not behind you now.
I would like a quick moment, though, while I was sitting in the other room.
Sure.
This entire time. I would like to have a hunter's trap right where my player character is. I'd like to place a trap on the ground there. And I would like to also... Is there anything on this ceiling? Like any is it just flat? Or is it...
It's pretty... Yeah, it's flat. It's carved stone.
Carved stone, okay. So I'll just have that hunter's trap there, and then I'll just be waiting for everybody.
Okay.
Miss Iranae? Everything okay?
Everything's fine.
It don't sound like it's fine.
What do you think, Wongo? Should I take it?
Wongo pipes up at this point and says, "Take it." Now you feel a little bit compelled to take it. Now that you brought that up,
I'm gonna turn around and
You know
head
what?
back. I'm gonna turn
Timora's
around.
been such a bitch. Every time I flip that fucking coin, I take the staff.
I turn around and head back into the room as soon as I feel like Iranae's not coming.
okay. Iranae meets you in the cavern, the small cavern.
And you already have a staff that's stuck to your hand. Why do you need another one? Why do
You did not see him take the staff necessarily.
Oh, sorry. I thought I saw it just in his hand.
No, I just sling it. Well,
Do you still have it in your hand?
no,
or
I
do you-
like stow it.
Okay.
Okay.
So Iranae meets you, kind of.
Got
at
it. Everything okay?
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, I'm coming.
Insight check.
the end. Yeah, versus deception.
Ah!
I get to use my expertise.
Okay. Beating 18,
Ooh.
baby.
Something's off. She's hiding something.
Silky puts her hands on her hips and stands as tall as her 2.5-foot stature will allow and looks up. What are you doing?
I am leaving the room, or I was until you
You-
blocked the door.
You have done something.
We've all done a lot of things, Silky.
Said the most innocent person ever.
I'm gonna go past her and look up climb up the skull and look into its eye socket.
Oh, as she's climbing up, I'm leaving.
There's no staff there. And
Oh, mon dieu,
There's
sac de
not.
bullshit! Get the bull. Yeah, fuck it. And I go and chase after her, and I'm like, we agreed, Miss Iranae, we agreed we wouldn't touch it.
No, Timora told us we wouldn't take it, and she's been a bit of a bitch recently, so I decided not to listen.
That's not what is important, Miss Iranae. We made a group decision, we all agreed, and you broke it. You broke the trust of the group.
You broke the routine, Iranae.
No, I touched something I shouldn't. That's pretty fucking routine for me, Alastor.
Well, I mean, yes, but not when we agreed.
You didn't listen to Timora's will.
When we're down here, we need to work together as a unit, as a team. If we start fighting amongst each other or not listening, that's when
Silky,
people die.
we all agreed you should go down in that shark cage. How'd that go?
At least we all agreed. And I survived, didn't I? Because we had faith that I would. Miss Iranae, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed that you would do that. You're making me sad.
Well, that's unfortunate for you, isn't it?
You hear a whisper in your ear. Don't make Silky sad.
As Mr. Alastor would say, that is not the way of the Flaming Fist.
Alastor stands silently beside Silky and nods in approval.
Big puppy eyes. We are a team, Miss Iranae. We need to trust each other.
Your puppy dog eyes feel like they're less effective than they should be.
I know.
I think it's kobold pup eyes, by the way.
Well, what is done is done. Let's figure out what's going on over there. I'd hate to come all this way for this shitty hallway and then back up the stairs.
All right.
Yeah, what was fucking down there? Anything other than the gargoyle?
We should just go in. And maybe we can, I don't know. If you guys are up for it, maybe we can rest here for a little while. But we should secure the room.
I actually agree very strongly.
Also, DM, this oozy substance, could I try to, would I recognize it? Would I know it well enough to, like, know perhaps what would counteract its effects? Anything like that?
I'd say because you saw the aboleth, you can put it together that the ooze is a consequence of the aboleth's lair.
Oh.
And you would know that anything that kind of lives in an area long enough, some of these legendary creatures start to affect the environment. And this ooze seems to be a product of just an aboleth living in the vicinity.
Ooh, cool.
I'd like to take a jar and scoop up some of this ooze. Also, these lights on the walls in this hallway. What are these lights?
You can investigate.
I will use my eyeballs and investigate.
They're candles.
Okay. Okay, so these candles, you said it looks like they've been burning for a long time. So is there wax dripping off of these candles?
No.
Or does this look like a magical candle of some kind?
That's, yeah. Yeah, you can presume it's magical based on the fact that it is not dripping wax.
Okay. I will make my way down L hallway towards the
Did you want to take a rest before you did anything with that, Mr. Garathor?
I don't think I have fought one of these before, with the help of my brother and Iranae, but she really killed more of the flying harpies rather than the.
Well, I mean, you seem very tired. Do you want to get your strength back before a fight?
I am very tired, but I do not want to sleep in a room with one of these things.
Ah. Okay.
So yes, I'd like to go investigate this gargoyle. So it's got one broken arm, but all the hands are open. Is that correct?
The other three, yes.
Okay.
In a peculiar way. It seems purposely arranged.
Any thoughts here, guys?
I'd like to go up next to him and kind of take a look myself. How were the hands arranged exactly? Like opened up and down?
Yeah, like this almost. Like 1, 2, 3 hands. Almost reaching out.
I think it wants you to give it something.
It wants to give us something?
No, I think it wants you to give it something.
I will place a dwarven ingot in one of its hands.
Nothing happens.
Following suit, I'll take out 2 of my gemstones and place them in the other 2 hands.
As soon as you put gemstones in its hands, it immediately snaps shut and opens its hands, and gem dust falls to the ground.
Okay, hopefully I just do that with one and save the other one.
Oh, you can collect that gem dust, Silky. It's still valuable. It's not the end of your gems. It's not like the best price you can get for like the dust of the gems. Obviously, the gems would be far more valuable, but there's still a value to the dust if you felt like it was worth saving.
Alastor, isn't that also used as components in some spells?
Mostly diamond dust from what I've seen, but I'm sure there's other spells out there.
Mr. Garathor, can I have one of your glass bottles, please?
I will take one of my glass bottles and give it to Silky.
I will collect the dust.
Kind of hand sweep it as best you can.
Can I, real fast, just kind of poke the open hand?
Sure. You
Okay.
poke it, and it remains open.
I have
And
a
it didn't
feeling.
squish the ingot?
It did not.
I have a feeling this thing wants the components which are located in the other room.
Located in the other room. Doesn't Iranae have both of them?
The ruby and the staff.
Well, we're
yes.
in possession of these components.
Well, we only found 2.
Yeah, that's right. And there's 3 hands here.
Just to test this out, can I take out one of my torches and put it in its hand?
Do so, and it kind of, it's hard to situate the torch so it stays, but yeah, it just stays there. Doesn't seem to have an effect.
Maybe it wants the gemstones so it can crush them.
Well, the question is, do we want to awaken or sleep this
Well,
thing?
if there's no markings now that we're up close with this area, is there any writing or anything like that?
Yes, there is.
Oh.
Behind the wall, as Alastor starts to take a look around kind of the area, behind the statue is a small plaque written on the wall, kind of down towards the floor. And it says, 3 I need, then 3 more still. And that's it. And it just kind of trails off.
3 more I need. Can you say that one more time? Sorry.
3 I need, then 3 more still.
How many gemstones we got here, folks?
I have 7 left.
I got 6 gemstones. I offer 2 to the cause.
That's 9 total. Minus 1, 8 for the one that was already given.
Do we want to sacrifice all of our gems to this?
What else are we gonna do with our gems?
I was going to use them for ceremony, but I can always get more.
Besides, if they turn into dust, dust will still be useful, so.
I think. Can I hold them? I will place.
Yeah, do you have 9 now?
You donated 2, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Sweet.
So I'll use.
Well, one was already crushed, so.
Right.
Yeah.
2 were crushed, right?
What?
No, I only put in 1 and then I snatched the other way when I saw it get crushed.
Oh,
I'll remove my
But-
ingot from one of the hands.
okay.
Silky, take it away.
That would leave me with 1 gemstone left. Okay. So I take 2 more, and in the hand, I didn't put them in before I dropped them at the same time.
Okay. As soon as the gems hit the hands, it just crunches them immediately. Boof, boof. When you get to 3 on the one that you had put 1 in, the hand remains closed like a fist. And then you do it to the second one, you put in 3 and it remains closed. Now you're on the final hand. You put in 1, crunch.
I'd like
it
to
opens
just
back up.
be standing above it, preparing an action with the great axe.
Okay. 2, 3, crunch. It opens back up its hand, and a giant fist-size ruby is in its hand, with strange golden trim and arcane markings around it.
Mr. Alastor, is your detect magic still going? We can't hear you.
Tech magic still going?
Yes.
I have my hands like positioned right above the ruby, just waiting for Mr. Alastor's go ahead.
I'm gonna say this is conjuration as well.
Like it has potential for conjuration, or the item itself actually is conjuration magic.
The item, the ruby, seems to be the ruby that you had, or an exact replica.
Mr. Alastor, check your backpack.
I checked my backpack.
It's gone.
Oh my god.
I used my mage hand
All right.
to grab the ruby
I'm
again.
still standing right over it as the mage hand comes in.
As soon as you grab the ruby, A giant sporous cloud emits from the gargoyle's mouth. You all need to make Constitution saving throws.
This sucks.
Iranae, you don't.
If I'm grabbing it with my mage hand, it'd be because I was kind of trying to reach for it from afar.
It fills this whole area, like up to the drapes.
Oh, the drapes are closed behind us? Okay. I think I would have been further than that, but no problem.
Yeah.
Con save.
Oh, look, I'm Luke, and I'm good at con saves.
Oh, I'm a barbarian.
All right.
I'm going to use Arcane Deflection to have +4 bonus to my saving throw, so 15.
Nice.
He
was
says
only
it sounds like he doesn't
Silky
care
then.
at all.
Silky, you are poisoned for 1 hour. This DC. What'd you roll, Alastor?
15.
Okay, it was DC 15. So you save.
What does the poisoned effect do again?
It's a disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. And as this happens, you guys hear a giant, like, rolling sound. And it's just huge. There's like an echoing sound coming down, and you guys all whip behind you as you're like seeing this poison gas spray in your face. And you see, I need to load up a picture here.
At this point, I would also like to point out that Garathor, you no longer have spider climb.
Why?
Because detect magic is concentration.
Ah. Teacher, teacher, teacher.
DM didn't hear that.
This giant kind of fluorescent, almost shiny green jade juggernaut with huge wheels comes rolling down the hallway at you guys, and it takes up most of this entire chamber. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Before we roll initiative, can I use Physician's Touch to cure my poison using a key point? Like immediately as soon as I get poisoned, it's probably what she would do.
I'm gonna say that's your turn because this all happened at once.
Okay. We got around this puzzle. We didn't have to do this.
That you did. Come on. All right. Ooh. -5 for initiative. That's helpful.
Actually, very helpful.
For all of us?
No, for this guy.
Oh.
1.
Where does it come from?
It conjured right at the top of the hallway.
Ah, perfect.
Conjured, got it.
Conjuration magic. Hey.
Silky, you are first to act.
Full dash to the hallway.
No problem.
You don't need to use a full dash. You can just make it there, I think.
And I just make it to the hallway.
Garathor, where did you put that hunting trap again?
Right where? Nowhere.
I would like to assume that I saw it because I'm perceptive.
I told the party about it. That's for damn sure.
Avoiding the hunting trap that Garathor laid on the floor.
You're the worst PC in the world, Alex.
You're
the worst.
Injecting that extra bit of chaos that every situation needs.
Please make a dex saving throw, Silky. Yes, that is true.
On a
Thank you.
scale of 1 to 10, you're an odd number because I can't even.
Silky, you at the last second see a hunting trap and woof woof tiptoe around the triggers of it.
I disarm it if I can, so that no one else can come through.
You can't unless you
Okay.
want to.
Yeah, we can use an action.
I mean, that was just my movement. Yeah, I'll use my action to disarm the trap.
Okay, how are you disarming it?
I will take one of my torches and throw it on top of it.
Okay, it triggers and catches the torch, and it is triggered now.
Okay.
So, all right, that brings us to Alastor's turn.
Does my mage hand? Am I securing the ruby?
I'll say you have the ruby.
Like on my person, no longer requiring mage hand, or it's like a midway type thing.
Mage handed it. I will say as a free action, you can bring the ruby to you and start your turn. Have
Okay,
it.
wonderful. I'll take the ruby. I will just take my movement back to the hallway. Is that where you're at currently, Iranae?
That is indeed, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Okay. I look back at Garathor and I cast spider climb on him again.
Okay. Garathor, you have spider climb.
Yeet.
Does that end your turn, Alastor?
Yes, once I'm inside of this room and in the hallway.
All right. Next is the Stone Juggernaut's turn.
No, DM, before you stone Juggernaut us or me, anyways.
Before you get stoned.
before you stone my ass. I was standing directly above the gargoyle, holding an action to attack it in case it had done anything crazy. So I imagine that when Spider Climb dropped, I fell on top of its head. So I'm like kind of on the shoulders of this. mean,
Spider
in my-
Climb would have dropped like
Shh,
minutes
too late.
ago.
Too late.
Yeah,
That's
sorry,
it.
man.
Use our imagination. I missed that as well. So yeah, you would have just been around there investigating.
All
right. You are indeed going to get stone juggernauted, Iranae and Garathor both, as this thing comes slamming all the way down the hallway. Iranae, yeah, if you get caught up, then the wheels just push you all the way into Garathor, and the gargoyle statue is going to smash to smithereens at the end of this, regardless of these rolls that you're about to do. You guys both need to make... Actually, no, it's on a hit. It is plus 10 to hit. D20, 10. This is going to be Iranae first. 22 to hit.
Definitely hit.
60 tens.
It's been good, y'all.
Really don't want to lose. Like,
Iranae, you get 37 damage. 2 12s. Are you still up?
Yes.
All right. So this thing slams into you, and now you need to make a DC 17 saving throw or get knocked prone and roll with the wheels.
wow.
Strength, I assume?
It does say strength. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not about dex in this situation. It's about, like, holding your ground as this thing rolls over you.
14.
You get carried and wrapped up in the wheels and start to, like, spin in the gears as it continues to knock you all over the place. And you are down with Garathor at the end of this hallway, and it is going full steam. Garathor.
Whoa.
$17 to hit.
Yep. Danger sense didn't come into play here. This is
It did not. It's not a dex save,
Unacceptable.
unfortunately. 29 points of damage, Garathor, as you get smashed by this thing, and make a strength saving throw, please. DC 17.
Oh my
And
God.
the rolls, which were going so good for you guys.
Hold on.
Garathor, you
There's
get
got to be
trapped
something
in the
in here. There's
wheels
got to be
and
something here.
Start to roll.
So I only have one question. And that is, how much additional damage do I take from either the roll or this thing hitting the wall?
This will see.
I'm gonna say that it smashes into the wall and it continues to kind of like roll back and forth actively on you guys, and we're gonna wait to see if you can escape next turn before it does anything additional. But that initial smashing is just the damage that it did. But you guys are prone and trapped, like restrained under it. All right, that brings us to Garathor.
Oh, yeah? Hold on, math. Got it. Okay. It's my turn. I get to, like, do something?
Yep.
Alright, how big is this, this thing?
It's like 10 feet tall.
Okay. And I'm already into the wall?
You are under its wheels right now, and it's like still moving and smashing you.
And I'm right next to Iranae.
Flex your abs so hard that it pops the wheels up so you can escape.
You can try to escape. It's a strength save. That's pretty much all you can do in this scenario.
It's a saving throw, though?
It's a save.
So, yes. I will most likely rage. I'm going to rage. As I'm very angry and upset.
Okay.
So I'd like to stand up if I can, or what's the kind? Like, it's kind of a weird situation. So like,
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I'll let you rage just because of your danger sense and your barbarian ability, but I'm gonna say at the beginning of your turn, you just make a strength saving throw to see if you escape.
okay, you said 17.
Yep. There you go. All right, you free yourself from the wheels and you manage to stand up from prone.
I will grab Iranae.
Make a strength check. Do you have advantage on strength checks? You pull out Iranae.
No.
Iranae, you take some additional damage here.
How much?
6.
Alright.
As Garathor pulls you out from under these wheels, and like you're still being crushed, but Garathor does manage to free you. That's your action.
I will run straight up the wall.
Okay.
Does this juggernaut, does it seem sentient, or is it just a rolling?
It seems like a golem, kind of.
Like, does it look living?
It looks like it has volition to some degree, but it doesn't look like it thinks. Magical. It follows magical instructions, probably upon creation.
Is it in the shape of a frog?
It is not.
Okay. I will. So I've got Iranae and I'm up a wall. And I've got a movement speed of 40, so.
I would say you could only make it about halfway up the wall after pulling out Iranae. Because you're dragging someone.
But I have athletics as a feat.
Does that...
It means climbing speed is not halved at all.
Oh, you're dragging someone? I'll let it go. Yeah, you're right. Sure. Okay.
So I would like to run Iranae over to here.
Okay.
I would like to throw Iranae, if possible, over Silky.
All right.
But that'd be my action, though.
Iranae, you take another 4 damage.
Oh my god.
No. Hold on. No, that'd be my action, though, right? because yeah, my action would be to throw Iranae.
Oh.
So instead, I'll just
saying
run.
that I'm
just
saying
gonna
it's already done. So
Oh.
you threw Iranae, and it's 4 damage.
And that's and so that is my action, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I will just stand above Alastor with my spider climb, and I will just have my mace out and about.
Okay. You see this thing? Wait, I suppose it's Iranae's turn. But all of you can kind of see that as you just hear it, it doesn't sound like it's moving back up this hallway necessarily. It seems like it's starting to slow down.
Okay. So are we still in initiative order?
It's up to you guys.
I just had one more thought. Since I was knocked prone and caught amongst the wheels, did I hit any of the goop on the way down, since it's all over the floor?
You were on the north side, so no.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you're okay.
Okay. Just checking.
How many hit points are you at?
2.
Okay. Trying to look for other scenarios here, like, am I down? That is freaking close.
You just want a new character or something?
Oh no, there's a reason I'm asking. There's a reason I'm asking.
Okay.
So it sounds like it's stopped, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, I would like to run out there while still raging. Directly behind it.
Okay.
With my battering ram.
Okay.
And I'd like to smack it in the ass as hard as fucking possible.
Garathor, don't poke the bear!
All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
So it's /R, right? D20 plus 9. Does 22 hit?
That hits. Does it say what damage is?
I actually don't think battering ram has damage. I'm not sure.
I will.
I'm not positive.
Probably like 2d10 bludgeoning.
Yeah, this is a structure, so you will do double damage. Break open doors. I'm just gonna house rule it, I suppose. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about damage.
It does not.
Here's one. Homebrew page. We'll go with +6 to hit, 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage, and it will
2d8
double.
plus 4.
Yep.
So that'll be 20 damage.
14, 28, right?
Yeah, just 20. You said just double damage, right? Oh yeah, plus my 5. Sorry. Plus rage damage.
Yep.
So that'd actually be 5, 17, so 34.
Okay. You give it a hefty hit. Boof! You feel like a little bit of it cracked, but it seems very beefy. Like this is a big target. You feel like you connected very well, but...
I will swing at it again.
Okay. That is
10.
a miss.
And I will run backwards and wait to see if anybody else wants to do anything. Otherwise, I'm going to keep pounding this thing in the ass.
Garathor, we don't need to. We got everything
It
we needed
seems to
from
have
that room.
reactivated after you did that.
Okay.
I think we should
Leave
go.
Well enough alone.
Question is, do we go back from where we came up those stairs, or do we go ahead in this hallway?
Iranae, it's actually your turn in initiative order, now that it's back.
I'm just gonna lie there on the ground. Just enjoy being on the ground. The ground is pretty nice. And be in a lot of pain.
Okay. Silky?
I'm going to slap Garathor on the bicep and say, "Hey, stop it!" And then I'm going to go over to Miss Iranae and I'm going to do one hand of healing on her using a key point.
Okay. Alastor.
9 healing, Iranae.
I will hold my action in case anything happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you holding?
I'll hold a firebolt in case any enemies appear for some reason.
Will do. All right, then it is the machine's turn. You hear it making noise down the hallway. Garathor, your turn.
I'd like to grab a sack of ball bearings. I'd like to spread them out on the floor, rolling down this hill, with the idea of hopefully these ball bearings getting caught underneath the wheels. And if this thing tries to reverse, it won't be able to do shit because science.
Sure. Dump a shitload of ball bearings on the hill. You guys, it's like the bouncy ball commercial going down the San Francisco hills. There's just thousands or hundreds of ball bearings just piling down, and you can hear them kind of hitting each other at the bottom.
Okay. So this thing is activated. Is it rolling backwards or anything?
No.
Well, if anybody's opposed, I'm gonna go smack it in the ass again.
I'm opposed. We're wasting time, Garathor. We can just
Garathor,
move
leave
on.
it to be, man. And so it's at the end of the hallway. There's nothing to gain.
Fine. And I will turn invisible. And you'll feel some tears falling on your faces. Because I want to kill this thing.
Is it raining in here? It's got its own ecosystem.
Silky is annoyed at Iranae and at Garathor. She's starting to feel like she's surrounded by dummies. So I think she's just gonna try to jump over this goop, doing some dope monk shit.
No.
And peek around this end of the hallway and just let the three of them squabble amongst each other for a minute.
You see an opening in front of you, which looks on the ground. Let me book here. In this room, it feels like you have gotten to one of the gears. You are looking on the inside of a gear.
Do I hear a childish voice in my head?
No.
Is anybody hurt?
My dice.
No thanks to those fucking gens.
Iranae, do you need a health potion?
Might I suggest a quick break?
I've got one.
I think we should probably try to eat a little food,
You know what?
bandage up some shit.
I wholeheartedly agree. Eating food, it sounds amazing. But my friends, this goop is a natural consequence of the presence of the aboleth. That beast out there. Nice heals, bro.
Good heals, brah.
We're still within its territory. I think it might be most dangerous if we try to relax or ease our guard.
I don't know.
You want to go to the top of the stairs then?
I feel like it would have said something if it could, because it was trying to get through the door and we lost the communication as soon as we left. I don't think it can reach us here. I would feel safe sleeping down here, just for a little while. Plus, I don't think we should risk Iranae going back over the ghoul. She's hurt as hell.
All right, so you guys are certain that you don't think this juggernaut's gonna do anything. Is that correct?
It can't fit through the door, Garathor.
No, I meant like if we were to go sleep in that hallway where we had a little more room.
Why don't we just sleep in this hallway?
Oh yeah, I don't know about being in that room, but I don't like this hallway either. I don't like being close to that beast.
Have you ever slept outside? Roughed it at all?
Silky, how do you think I got to Omu? All right. Sure, it was like my first few weeks of camping, roughing it. But look, my hands are dirty, aren't they? And they're like pretty clean. It's a figure of speech, Silky. If we're gonna take a rest, we should go back up the stairs and maybe like in that tiny little room or in another room that we're familiar with, and then come back down the stairs maybe and keep exploring.
It might not smell good, but we could stay in Wither's chambers.
I mean, I feel like Withers could come back. It might be safer to just stay down here.
All right,
Lieutenant said it.
Lieutenant.
Oh shit. Now if something bad happens, everyone's gonna be mad at me.
We'll sleep here in this hallway. Let's get some food. Try and stay away from that ooze. Someone's got to be on ooze patrol.
I'll be on news patrol.
All right, then let's take a little rest.
Short rest.
Short rest.
We are going to try for a short rest.
All right.
Who's going to roll a d12?
I'll do it. It's my fault anyway. Do we need to roll a d12, Paul?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Ask before we just do it.
Just taking notes from.
Ah!
Oh my shit.
Oh my god. Now do I hear a little girl's voice in my head?
No.
It's a little boy's voice.
I try to take some initiative. I try to be a little more loud and insistent, and this is what happens.
Hey, it's me. It's Kat. You want to come play? Want to come
Play
play? I
with
got
us,
a ball.
Silky.
I'm
Iranae.
stuck in a skull. Don't tell me the truth.
Actually, all four of you. Make perception checks, everyone. Group perception check.
I would like to point out, map is accurate. Iranae's staying over here to keep an eye on this hole.
Okay.
And Silky is where she is. Wow, Alastor.
Alastor, early in this rest, about 20 minutes in, you hear a boom, 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 kind of just this thumping sound that seems like it's coming from outside, or like you don't know where. It's not near you, but it starts to get louder and louder. And Iranae, you would pick this up as well, even though your perception check was bad. But eventually, Alastor kind of is keyed on to this sound, and it sounds like there is something coming very loudly down the spiral staircase. Boom, 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 boom.
I think we got some company here, folks, but I don't know how anyone could get to us. You hear that? It must be something pretty heavy by the sound of the steps.
And they can't get through the little door on the wall, can they? So we just have to be quiet.
I assume so, and there's this ooze everywhere.
Miss Iranae, can you make it over this way?
Hold on. I want to move to this space here and pull out. So, all of the weapons that we picked up seemed pretty freshly forged, right?
Not necessarily freshly forged, but what?
Not like heavily used.
Yeah, they're good quality.
Okay.
Sharpened, at least heavily maintained, or recently maintained.
Okay, I want to check to see if any of the daggers I picked up or my short sword blades are at all reflective enough for me to try and peer around this corner.
Sure. Towards the bottom of the slope?
Towards here.
Oh, okay. Sure, yeah. Yeah, I would say one of the blades has a pretty flat surface. And you can angle it to see at least rough shapes or colors. Did none of you I mean, someone at least took a mirror, I remember.
I have a mirror.
Okay.
Oh, then Garathor, mirror.
An invisible mirror appears in front of you.
Where is it?
I place it in your hands and then I let go and it just.
Okay. So yeah, I'll use the mirror to just barely peek that.
Boom. Boom. It seems to be getting really loud now, and then it just stops. Um, 30 seconds go by. Around the corner comes a man in a shredded kind of clothing and a mask on. He's kind of peering around. I'm gonna have him make a perception check.
Looks pretty bad.
He doesn't seem to take note, but he seems to be of your mirror currently, but it looks clearly open, that passage, and he kind of turns back and you hear a boom, boom, boom following him, and he starts to make his way towards your corridor. You see it in the mirror.
Does he look like he can fit through? Okay.
I'd like to just spider climb above the corridor or above the hole with my great axe out.
I'm going to. No one else is hiding.
I am. I'm invisible.
I withdraw my wand from its holster.
I'm just going to hang out around the corner and peek around,
All
but
right.
prepare myself.
Garathor, you see.
I'm not looking in the hole.
Oh, okay.
I'm just standing
then-
above the hole with my axe.
Oh, okay. With spider climb?
Yeah.
How long does spider climb last?
An hour.
An hour.
Okay, perfect. So you are above the hole with a readied swing. Indeed, Iranae, you see another tomb guardian. This huge, massive, armored figurine with chains like all around it and just blood like leaking out of its armor. Starts to head towards the secret entrance, and Withers kind of slowly makes his way, using it as a guide over the slime. It's about to get there. It's about 5 feet away, 10 feet away.
Okay, I will move back down onto this sloped area and
Okay.
around this corner here.
Okay. The machine seems to be gone now. It's totally gone. The giant stone juggernaut.
And
And,
I'll prep an arrow.
Okay. Garathor, you see a head peek out. It is masked Withers in kind of his raggedy clothing, and he looks down the hallway to the left and right. Alastor, are you hiding?
Please, 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 please.
I don't know how I would be hiding exactly.
Silky just kind of like motions for you to come over with her around the corner.
I will go over by Lieutenant Silky, because us fists need to stick together.
Okay. Behind you, you sense some kind of like sickly pungent smell in the room, both Silky and Alastor. And there could be something in there. You guys are almost in the room right now. Garathor, you see a head start to look left and right. Looks up right at you. And then crawls into the room. He looks back. The hole is small, but it does seem like this golem could maybe squeeze through. It is a large-sized creature. Withers looks to the left and right. Doesn't see anything. He starts to head south towards your room, Iranae. He looks back, and you see the golem start to move on its hands and knees into the room.
I'm going to jump on top of Withers, and I'm going to rage, and I'm going to start swinging.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Also, did we not complete a short rest? Is that correct?
Nope. 20 minutes.
I thought 20 minutes was a short rest.
No, an hour is a short rest.
Oh, okay.
You guys want to take a little break? Or you want to jump right in?
Break.
A few minutes break would be great.
Yeah, I could.
Let's take a 4-minute break. 5-minute break. Let's take a 5-minute break.
All right.
Right.
Before
Back.
combat.
I need you all to roll initiative.
Back to the Tomb of Annihilation. Bad things happen when I take initiative. We're about to fight in this hallway. One of us might not survive. Let's do it.
I just have to say that right when I unmuted the stream, the music did this super really dramatic swell. It was perfect. It was on fucking point.
Hell yeah.
God, stop stepping on the mic cord.
Everyone roll.
They're taking
and-
bets. They're taking bets. Who's gonna die?
Sorry, my music cut out. What are we doing?
Initiative.
Beautiful.
Killing Wither.
Do I get
You will get one surprise round. Yes.
Oh, damn.
So go ahead and take your turn first, Garathor, right now.
all right?
Which is perfect because you're last.
What do you mean last?
Oh wait, I added you as 5. 18.
It's 18.
There you go.
Now, question. Since I get a surprise round, does the initiative start after the surprise round?
I'm just gonna give you a turn, and then we're gonna start at the top of the order.
So the reason I'm asking is if I were to recklessly attack, would that, would the disadvantage be thrown out?
I suppose so. If you have a surprise round and you know it.
Then I'm going to recklessly, oh god, I'm gonna frenzy.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna recklessly frenzy.
Oh.
So, I will jump on top of L Withers with my great axe, which actually I forgot to add to my thing. Oh shit!
Now you are letting go of your mace in order to swing two-handed.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, so the mace is on my person,
Right.
but yeah. Okay.
You're definitely missing it.
I mean, but it's still on my person. Nobody else has it.
Yeah, but you're not holding it.
Okay. So I'm just gonna swing my greatsword, but I'm gonna roll damage with my with dice.
Actually, you don't. Well, it's cool enough, but technically you're invisible. So you
Well, as
get
soon as I
advantage
attack him, though, I'm
already.
going-
So you're invisible, reckless frenzy.
So do I get double advantage? Do I get to roll 3 times? All right. So 18, 27. So that's
Those
number
both hit.
1. Number 2, it's going to be a 22 and a 13.
It's a hit.
And that's going to be a 13 and an 18.
18 hits.
Okay. Math time.
Wait, do you become visible after you?
As soon as I attack, I will become invisible, yes.
Okay, so the other two are reckless, but yeah.
So I'm going to roll them one at a time because I like to roll them one at a time. So it's 3, 10, and 6. So that's going to be 8. Plus 15 is 23. Plus 11 is going to be 34. Plus 9. So 42 points of damage is what I'm going to put onto Withers. right now.
Withers takes a heavy 3 hacks from Garathor as like this surprised look comes on his face, immediately turns into a horrifying visage. You can see even behind his mask. Smack, 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 3 hits into him. And he's like, no, no! As you just repeatedly smack him, he looks very, very wounded. And that brings us, there's blood just dripping on the floor. But that brings us to Silky's turn as you hear this crying out.
And am I still standing on the wall, though? Above him?
Yeah, you'd have to be on the wall to come down and melee him. But you're maybe at
But
like
I'm still standing like
you're like
perpendicular.
90 degrees
Yeah.
and hitting him.
Right. Okay. Copy.
Sweet. So Silky is going to run around the corner and just start screaming. Run, Naruto, run. Jump over the goo and land on top of Withers with her spear out. And I'm going to stab him.
Okay.
Hopefully twice. And I believe I get advantage due to pack tactics. 28.
And you removed your poison?
Yes.
No, I haven't removed my poison yet.
I thought you said you did.
I didn't. I never said I did. No,
Straight
I'm still
roll.
poisoned.
We'll go with the
Also,
first one.
24.
24 is still a hit.
8 piercing. And
All right, he takes another nice chunk.
I'm going to use Stunning Strike.
Okay.
He needs to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Oh. Constitution save?
Yep.
Oh, you're, I'm gonna
Yes.
say, no, we'll just leave it.
Okay.
Yep, he can be stunned. 21.
Okay. He's fine. I'm gonna hit him again. No, with my hands this time. Actually, no, I'm gonna do it with my spear. 25?
You will have to run, by the way. There's nowhere to fight without getting into the aboleth slime.
Since I'm tiny, can we say that I jumped onto his shoulders? And I'm just stabbing him into him with my spear.
I'll allow you to make an acrobatics check and hang on and attack in his space. Why not?
Do you want me to do that after my attacks or right now?
Do it right now. 16? All right. Yeah, you do a flip over the slime and grab him and then hit him with your spear and then start punching him.
Awesome. All right, 25 to hit. I'm assuming that's how to do it.
That's a hit.
11, and then I'm going to use an unarmed strike.
How much do you weigh, Silky?
I don't have it written down, but I believe I'm only 25 pounds.
Perfect. I'm so glad I am not carrying that hunter strap.
Nat 20?
Oh, shit.
Solid miss.
All right. I do this every time, but I just... How do I do a crit again?
What's your monk strike? Damage dice.
Damage dice is 1d6 plus 5.
Okay, so it's 6 plus 1d6. It's immediate 6. So just
6
roll
plus
your damage
1d6.
as normal and add 6.
4 plus 6, 6. So 6, 10
10
plus 5, 15.
Whew. All right, you crack Withers, and he falls to the ground and is on one knee, like breathing heavy as you smash him one last time.
Sweet.
He's still up though.
I will jump off of his shoulders. I will take an opportunity attack, and I will use my last 10 feet of movement to get right behind Garathor.
What do you mean by behind?
Like, hopefully, like, climb, like, since I'm a small creature, I would hope I can, like, go through your legs
I'm
and
on
get
a
right
wall.
behind you.
You were standing on my back.
Never mind. Get right there. Sorry, I forgot that you were a spider.
All right. Withers is going to use.
Uh-oh. He can't use magic as a reaction, can he? As an opportunity attack?
He is going to use acid splash as a.
Oh.
With,
Would I be able to counterspell that?
yeah, you can.
I would like to counterspell that, please.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Withers reaches up to cast his spell as Silky presents an opportunity, and it immediately just fades. And he looks at his hand, confused, and then looks back at Alastor.
I stick my tongue out at him.
All right.
That'll do it.
Does that end your turn?
Yes,
Alastor.
sir.
I'll try a firebolt.
All right.
16.
16. That is a hit.
It's 12 fire damage, and I'm also going to use an action, my power surge, what I just extracted from his spell.
Nice.
And that'll be an extra d6 plus half of my level, which is 4, I guess, right now. Oh, an extra 9. Nice. 21 damage total.
Withers is on the ground, on one knee. You shoot this fireball. How do you want to do this?
You said he has a mask, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'd like to think like he just saw Silky, like his spell faded, and he sees Silky stick her tongue out at him, and right when that happens, he gets like blasted in the side of the head with this firebolt, and it's so piping hot, imbued with that extra bit of energy from his spell that I countered. It like burns his face significantly enough that his mask falls to the floor, clink, 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 and like his face just continues burning and like melting right in front of you guys.
Oh, melted face Withers. And he reaches up to the
He
sky.
literally withers to the ground.
Withers away. Yes, ironically. He says, "No, master!" And you see all of a sudden this black flame start to emerge from the middle of his chest, and his amulet starts to emit this black flame, which just starts to consume his body. And after a second of this like burn, you see all of a sudden collapse inward, and it's just he's gone. But presumably you think he's dead. That brings us to Garathor.
This monster has started to crawl through the hole, is that correct?
Yes.
I would just like to start pounding his face with my axe as he's crawling through the hole. Do I get advantage since he's on...
He is prone,
since he's
yes.
crawling through, so I get advantage on this guy?
Yep.
Alright, so I will attack him trace times.
Dos tres.
19, so 22. 12.
This is with a great sword.
So I'm actually I'm just rolling with the greatsword, but I'm doing damage with the great axe, and I'm going to roll the damage separately.
Okay. As soon as your... Oh yeah, go ahead and roll damage for the first. The third.
I haven't rolled for the third one yet.
Oh, okay. The second one does not hit.
Okay, but you want me to roll the third one right now?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So 25.
Yep.
Okay, so that's going to be 2 hits. It's going to be 7, 4, so that's going to be 12, 9, so 21, 27 damage is what I'm going to be inflicting on his head.
Okay. When you slash with your greatsword into this giant thing, you hit its armor, and blood kind of starts to congeal around the wound. And as you remove it, it seems to just seal it up immediately. You feel like you didn't even touch it with your great axe.
And how tall is this thing?
It's like 9 feet tall.
Okay. I will just spider walk over to here.
Okay. You will get an opportunity attack.
Even though it's prone,
Yep.
I will.
It'll be disadvantage.
Yeah, go for it. Nope.
All right, he misses. He reaches up with his hand. Okay. Iranae.
Thought he was frozen, but then I saw his eye move.
Will hold a knocked arrow in my longbow, peeking around the door, waiting for a target to present itself.
Okay. He's about halfway in right now, so you could probably shoot him.
Alright, then I'll take a shot.
It would be at half cover, though.
Also, if he's prone, disadvantage, right?
Yes. Do you want to wait, or do you want to shoot?
I'll wait until it's no longer prone.
Okay. That brings us to his turn. You're gonna move to right here, presumably, so you can see.
Yeah.
Looks to Silky, looks to Garathor. It's gonna head towards the nearest person, I suppose. Silky.
Bring it on, come on.
It gets up from prone, triggering your attack, Iranae. And the second slam hits into Silky, I'm presuming, 23.
That'll do it.
Oof. Silky, you take 16 damage.
Ooh, ouchie. Got it.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
That'll be 7 points of damage.
All right, and your arrow does, as it sinks into him, you just see it get forced out and congeal. And it seems like it did absolutely nothing to him. All right. Silky, your turn.
Fuck, I hate to do this. I'm going to use one key point to use Step of the Wind to disengage. And I will, as a bonus action, move in with Iranae to about here, away from the goop if I can. And then I'm going to use another key point
Make
to
an
cast
acrobatics
Physician's Touch to
check.
cure my poison. Okay.
Make an acrobatics check to get around that because it. Nice. No problem at all. You run on the wall, anime style.
I can do that 9th level. Yep, and then I'll use Physician's Touch to cure my poison.
Okay.
Um,
It seeps out of your body.
okay, I just needed to get rid of that, and that'll do it for now.
Alastor.
Okay. I'm gonna yell out, this fella's immune to non-magical attacks. And, because I have the Golem manual from up above, I'm gonna try Polymorph on the construct.
Ooh.
I did do a quick search to see if it would be reasonable for that to happen, and it seems that it's within the
Can you?
I simply typed in, does polymorph work on Golem?
And it's your.
Oh, but I see another one that says polymorph's an example that wouldn't work on a Golem. I'm really sorry.
Well, it's a tomb golem, right? It might be different.
I mean,
Definitely a golem.
golems are not creatures, I don't think.
Yeah, for some reason in the back of my mind is like constructs can't be polymorphed for some reason.
Yeah, it just says a creature you can see.
Immutable form. There you go. The guardian is immune to any.
All right, and I would probably know that from reading the background of the book, like Alastor would know that.
No
Okay.
problem.
Sweet. Is anyone standing within my sight? Is Garathor within that sight?
I'm above.
You're above it.
Like I'm on the wall.
GM, would I be able to cast Lightning Bolt without hitting Garathor?
You could, but you would definitely hit Iranae.
Oh yeah, Iranae's back there too.
Firebolt, bruh.
Gosh darn it.
Is it a
Yeah.
dex save?
It's a... Yeah, it is a dex save.
Do it. We
I
have
will listen to
evasion.
my peer pressure. Lightning Bolt.
All right.
Imagine the golem's not terribly dexterous.
All right. Lightning bolt.
Yes, sir.
All
DC
right.
16.
Garathor, a lightning bolt whizzes by you, like just close to you, as you're climbing on the wall. Iranae, it zaps the golem and continues and goes right through you as well.
You guys even see that roll? Nice.
Well, you still take half damage, right? Even though you failed because
Yeah.
of evasion. Yeah.
Yeah, because of all the health he has.
Dude, I rolled 5 2s and 2 1s
Oh,
in 8d6.
well, that's a 2.
18 points of lightning damage.
Iranae, you take 9 damage. With evasion, right?
Yep.
Half? Yeah, okay. This guy
After that lightning bolt comes off, I'm going to say, that was a good chunk, but I'd have to do that about 4 more times to take this fella down.
Can help. My fists are a bit magical. The rest of you should get away.
That concludes my turn.
Garathor.
Guy seems like he's pretty strong.
Oh. Hang on. He also has magic resistance.
Wait, what?
That would probably be half damage from spells then.
18. He does pass the lightning bolt one. Sorry that came on late. I'm still reading.
So it's 0 damage?
No, you did 18, right? So it'd be 9.
Oh, it's half. Okay.
Yep. My bad. All right.
I'd have to do that like 9 more times. Or
I've got
10 more
flurry of-
times.
I have 2 more flurry of blows left. Don't worry.
I will just run over above him, and I will just start trying to beat his skull in.
With,
My great axe.
you already know, he's immune to.
It's completely immune, or is it just
Completely
resistant?
immune.
Immune.
Completely immune. Okay, so I'll grab my mace then.
If you stay engaged, I'll get advantage.
So I'm just gonna swing my mace on his face.
Right.
All right, so that's 16.
16 misses.
An 18.
That hits.
And a 14, which misses. Alright, so I get 1 solid crack on his skull. It's going to be 1d6 plus 8 damage. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. That is a 22, and a 18.
All 3 hit.
Wow.
Okay, that is my fault. I forgot. It's +5 is my damage modifier, not my attack modifier. I apologize. So that'll be 5, 1, 3. Okay, so it's 10, 16, 22, 31 damage with the mace.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Magical?
Mm-hmm. It's a magic mace, and I would like to use one of the charges to try to frighten it.
That seems
Just
high.
kidding. I'm not going to frighten it.
Okay, that seems high, Luke. Is that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
So it's +5, so it's 10 plus 6. It's going to be 16. Plus 8 is 22. And then rage damage is +3 modifier now.
Oh, so that's +9.
Yep.
And then what's your strength modifier?
Strength modifier is +5.
Oh, wow. Okay, 15 plus 9. Yeah, okay. Damn. You don't
Luke's
even need a
good at
weapon. Damn, that's high. So what'd you say, 30?
31.
Whew. He takes a solid smack after not doing any damage. You like his arm dislocates when you hit it. Yeah, good hit.
All right. So
Fun?
that is my turn.
Iranae.
I toss my longbow aside and whip out the Staff of Striking. I will use 5 feet of movement to move forward and make an attack. $17 to hit.
That just hits.
So that will be 9 points of bludgeoning. I will use 3 charges
Whew.
to do an additional 3d6 force damage.
Oh.
For a total of 11, so 20 points of damage total.
Smack, smack, smack. Yeah, I guess, or 3 charges, so super powered smack. 20, you said?
Correct.
And sneak attack.
No, it is not a finesse weapon.
Ah,
I do not get sneak attack with the Staff of Striking.
okay. Is that end your turn? I suppose you can move away.
Yeah, no, I will use 10 feet of movement to move right here.
Alright.
And that is my turn.
The golem turns straight towards Garathor. Narrows its eyes. Through its helmet slits, I suppose. You see some blood pour out. And it slams you twice. 12 and 13. Shit. Both don't hit?
13 hits.
Okay.
Even when you're raging?
Yeah, I don't get an AC bonus. I just take half damage, so it's 8.
Yeah, 15. Yep. So 8. All right. And that's its turn. Silky.
I run around the corner, once again, screaming my head off, jump onto its back, and start going for its jugular with my claws. More finessely, because I'm a monk, but still. And I believe I get advantage now. 19, 6, 25, 6, 8, 9, 10, 14. One more unarmed, just my bonus action.
Hits.
It's 18,
Wow.
8, 12. And I'm going to use 1 key point to do Flurry of Blows, so 1 more hit.
Okay.
So 12 plus 8, 8, 20 plus... I'm assuming 18 does it?
18 hits. Jesus.
30 damage!
Nice.
Beat the shit out of this thing. And it starts to fall to the ground, and it goes down to both its knees and has both of its hands on the ground. And you just see blood pouring out of its neck and out of its helmet. It looks like it's on death's door.
Awesome. And then I will, since I know the wizard is going to be going soon, I will take an opportunity attack to go back behind the corner.
Okay. Ah! 10 bludgeoning damage. Boom!
19 doesn't hit.
What?
I have an AC of 20.
Oh my god. 19.
Thanks for the gauntlets, Paul.
Yeah, nice try.
Oh yeah, it was literally those gauntlets. Okay. 19 does not hit. It boof, and that was the sound of it hitting the rocks behind Silky's feet as she nimbly escapes and brings us to Alastor's turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna cast Firebolt. I'm gonna hurl one down the hall. It's a 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
It's 17 fire damage.
How do you want to do this?
Where's Garathor at now? How are you standing? How are you situated?
Still on the wall above him.
Nice. I want my firebolt to come so close to Garathor's face that it like singes some of his eyebrows before impacting this golem. And I think the flame will kind of like spread over his body, and it'll smell like cooked flesh and just this disgusting, this pungent aroma fills the room. And ultimately it disintegrates much in the same way as withers, just kind of like bubbling, burning flesh that just withers to the floor.
Hey.
Two withers. All right, well, he does indeed erupt in flame and burns to the ground. You see fire coming out of his mask, and a very sickly smell emerges. However, he does just die and melt into a pool. Withers seems like he was almost like teleported by some kind of a black smoke magic. It was a weird death. Like, yeah, it was definitely some kind of a strange black magic was how he met his end. But yeah, both in similar fashion, both burned to death. And you guys are once again living to see another day in the Tomb of Annihilation.
Was that porridge at least partially cooked, Garathor? I am so hungry.
It's actually still like there's a little tiny fire in the corner in the hallway, and it's actually overcooked now.
You burnt the porridge.
But I immediately go to like start smashing this like golem, but it just sizzled in front of me, and I look down at Withers, and then I hear about the porridge, and I'm like, my spinach puffs.
wait, how many rounds was that? 4 rounds, 3 rounds of combat?
That was in like 20 seconds.
24 seconds.
24 seconds of overcooking porridge can be very important. So I go running sideways along the wall. And then I realize that I shouldn't be standing above my little tiny fire that I have cooking this porridge, and so I jump off the wall, and I start stirring it. I'm like, it's stuck to this. How am I going to clean this pot in the tomb? Fuck! But I still dish out the bowls, and all I add is a little salt and a little cayenne pepper to this one. This is not my most amazing porridge, but I immediately start grabbing a bite of it. Okay, hey, is there anything on Wither's body?
Wither's body turned to smoke and disappeared.
But what about that crystal? Is that crystal still there? Or is the crystal gone too?
Is there anything where Withers was?
Withers' body is gone, unfortunately.
Everything completely
Any items left over?
disappeared.
Nope.
His mask?
He collapsed like into himself with this burning face. Yeah.
I
It was
bet
very
we see
peculiar.
Withers another day for some reason.
And there's nothing left in the goop pile.
Of Withers or of the Tomb Guardian?
Tomb Guardian.
There is plate armor. It's huge, but for a large creature. And otherwise it's just his fists and a bunch of chains and manacles.
Okay. Well, nap time?
I could go for a nap. I could go for a long nap too.
Are we gonna do a long nap? Can we do a long nap?
I will say, you guys, with a short rest, you can gain your level.
All right.
Yeah.
But what about a long rest?
Do you need a
That
long
no,
rest?
it'll count as a long rest. I assume is what Paul's saying. When we level up, it's effectively a long rest because
Yeah,
we'll
let's
get
just
our
do that.
spells and
Why
everything.
not?
Yeah. Thanks, Paul.
I could go for a short rest. I
Yeah.
could really go for a short rest.
Before.
Yeah,
sorry.
let's just say, I'm saying you guys just had an encounter, so I don't want to make you roll for a long rest encounter. Let's just say it's a solid 3 hours that you guys take a rest, and it counts as a long rest, and you level up, and you get all your hit points back and all your spells back, but I'm not going to make you roll. So this is like a half rest for some reason. The tomb works weird, and it works weird for the rules. So
Little
that's
rest.
You said
it's a medium rest.
You said there's some gas filling the chamber closer to the gears.
Yeah, it's not gas, but it smells very pungent in there. You can't necessarily visibly see any gas.
What can we see in there?
Do you want to go take a look?
Yeah, I'd like to take a look, and this would be like before actually taking a rest.
Okay. Are you going to step up to the entrance, or are you just going to look from there?
Can I see in there? Is it lit? Do I need to get? How close do I need to get to see?
I'll just say, as you're creeping forward, trying to be safe, you can get to like here, and you can see it pretty well.
Okay.
I'll just read this. A pungent stench fills this pentagonal room, the walls of which are covered with riveted sheets of iron. A wild garden full of sickly plants and rotting compost takes up most of the interior, and a narrow path hugs the walls between the two exits. Jutting from the middle of the garden is a 6-foot-tall rusty sprinkler. In the ceiling above the sprinkler, a 10-foot-wide shaft leads straight up.
What's the sprinkler look like?
Because it's just like a rusty pole out of the ground, and then it has like a couple rings on it, which looks like water shoots out of.
All right, and I don't see the green gas. Like, it doesn't have
Yeah, that map. No, it
Okay.
doesn't. It just smells. It's not a green gas. It's just
And,
a reminder that there is a gassy kind of smell to it.
And you said there's an exit point in here?
Yes.
Oh,
Presumably to the other gear.
Interesting. Well, I take note of that. I relay that information as I step back into the hallway, and I'm just gonna sit down and eat some porridge and relax.
I make a better batch of porridge.
Right.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that one, but you know, Withers needed to die.
Agreed. It was definitely worth a burnt batch of porridge.
Oh, Jesus. Hey,
And, you know,
scared me.
Sorry. While you're cooking porridge, the second batch, and kind of eating it and tending to it, you hear a voice inside your head. The voice says, Garathor, this is Utog, greatest shaman in all village. Much better than Butog. Butog, terrible shaman. Utog have mess... And then that's the end.
Utog have mess?
A couple seconds go by. Utag have message for you. From father. Father very sick. Father's soul leaving body. Not much time. Luke, I need you to roll a D100. And if you roll a 5 or under,
Dad dies?
your dad is... soul has left his body.
You know what happened last time you made me roll a D100?
I do.
Bye, Father.
Hey, wait, I think that's the exact same thing you rolled last time.
No, last time I rolled a 0.
Yeah.
And I lost my dad's book.
Oh, wow.
Remember? He was like, roll a D100.
Natural.
Don't
I
worry,
rolled
any
98.
paper on your body is gone. And I was like,
Dad very sick. Need help. Best of luck, Garathor. And you can respond to actually 40 words now.
Utag.
25, so you have 50 words.
Counting, Alex.
Garathor is trying to save Father. Path to fixing problem very perilous. Brother is no longer with me. I will try my best to be quick. Tell Father I love him. I will try my best. Do I have anything left? Is that all of it?
That was 6 sets of 5.
Oh.
You have 20 words left.
You can end it whenever, though.
Jonestown.
That's one word.
Will survive. I will return. Be strong. Stay safe. Much love. Much rage. Garathor.
From now on, I'm ending every phone call by saying my own name.
Love Alex.
All right, yeah, we're good. Okay. Alex.
Garathor. That's great. You guys all hear Garathor just talking, by the way. He's kind of saying a speech.
Garathor, are you okay?
Okay is a relative term. But no, my father is dying. This death curse is ravaging the lands. I wish my brother and Kasuth were here to help, but it is upon myself to save them. If I can't save them, I wish I die in this tomb. But I will need Joe's help. We are running very short on time. We are within days of the curse having full effect on the entire lands.
Garathor, you're not the only one who's losing loved ones to this, you know.
I'm very aware, but again, we are down to the last few days. We do not have much time.
I don't say that to be mean. I say that to show you I understand. Half of my monastery is dying.
Silky, you are so sweet, and I appreciate you so much. But we really don't have much time. We gotta kill some shit. Real quick. Fuck this tomb. But let's save the world.
Kill shit, fuck tomb, save world.
Yes.
Okay.
Get money.
Get money. Get gem dust.
Sometime during this break, when everyone else is kind of doing their own thing, I'd like to retrieve the Eye of Zaltec and just kind of examine it closely and feel it in my hands and see if there's anything interesting that happens, if I feel anything or...
Not necessarily feel. You can make an investigation check if you'd like.
Effectively, I'd like to like commune with it.
Attune?
Yeah, attune. 25.
Wow.
Okay.
Fail.
There's not really any way to attune to this, but there is possibly a way to commune with it. As you're holding it and investigating it in your hand, looking at some of the arcane writing on the outside, knowing the history of this, you know that this has been used throughout history in many different tribes, passed down from generation to generation, in some kind of a sacrificial ritual. It seems like there's some kind of a like soul or body or some kind of lingering spirit that gets bound to this gem in some way within this ritual. So you're kind of feeling this living essence and this swirling feeling within it. Like there might be living people in here. Maybe for a second you hear a whisper and then it kind of goes away and you're like, no, couldn't be. That's really, it seems like it's used in a very sacred or spiritual ritual in some sense, rather than, it's not an arcane like activation, but it needs to be, it's part of a ritual, like a bigger ritual. And this is a really, really famous or like legendary artifact or item. And yeah, you've heard of things like elves sundering the world and things like that and doing these really crazy things, and oftentimes items like this are used in major cataclysmic world affecting ceremonies and rituals. So you get the feeling that this is part of something big and it can do really amazing things in some way. But just sitting with it, you're like, I don't feel like it's useful or like I can activate it in some way.
Okay.
During the rest, can I take Starfallen off my belt and just kind of look in there and say, "You doing okay in there?"
Oh, hi. We've been moving a lot.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure you're doing okay.
I'm fine. Yes. Where are we?
In the very bottom of the tomb. We just killed Withers and the big guy.
Oh, you killed Withers.
Mm-hmm. Are you happy about that?
Yes. Yes. He killed my friends.
Your friends?
I think. Yes.
The rest of your party?
Yes. I cannot remember their... Yellow. Yes, the yellow ones.
The yellow ones, yes.
Well, hopefully this will take us one step closer to the Eye of Zaltec.
I look up at Alastor. Can they hear Starfallen, or is it just me in my head?
Just you when you're holding it.
I think we found it.
You found it?
I think so.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're pretty cool.
Do you know how to use it?
No, do you?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, if you remember, will you let me know?
I'll think. Yes.
Okay. Well, it was nice talking to you, Starfallen.
Wow. And you just kind of hear a trail off of thoughts.
Cool. I go back to meditating.
All right. Anything else? You guys sleep, complete your 3-hour medium rests. First time ever in D&D. And no encounters happen. You guys level up.
Woo!
And are feeling quite fresh as
Do
you
we get
awake.
all of our hit points back?
Yep.
Dude, I got my 40 hit points. Oh my gosh.
I
Amazing.
just gained 70 hit points, bitches.
Iranae, how you looking?
I slept real good.
I have hit points.
Other pull.
I broke 50 with that
Woo!
3 that I rolled for hit points.
Okay. Do we go into the weird room that smells bad?
Here's what I'm thinking, all right? We can all agree to thank you for raising this question, Silky. It's a very important question. Excellent segue. We can all agree this is off the beaten path, right? Of the tomb. If we were doing it the normal way, we'd be going through that meat grinder upstairs. Do we all agree?
Agreed.
Yes.
So we have wandered our way, stumbled our way through good luck down here into this mechanical space, these giant gears. And I think this might be the way, the way we do it, is to keep progressing. So I looked in their room. It smells kind of funny. There might be some atmospheric hazards, so to speak, but there is another hallway, and we could keep exploring through these gears. And all these gears put together, they make one hell of a machine, if I had to guess. All right, and I just got a really good feeling about this, and specifically about you, Garathor. The way that we're gonna get out of this tomb is if we rage against the machine.
I hate you so much.
Oh, I can rage, brother. Oh, I've got 4 fresh rages inside of me right now, brother.
I don't know about all that, Alastor. These giant gears kind of strike me as more of a bullshit machine.
Let's put it this way. A Sararak is in multiple dimensions in this tomb, and we need to kill his... What's his pot called again, guys?
Phylactery?
We need to break his phylactery. But Withers is not dead, and I'm guessing either Withers went to his phylactery or is alive somewhere. This is not going to be easy. This is not going to be a walk in the park. But this is what the world needs, and that is us. The Yellow Banner is long gone, and there is not time left. Otherwise, everybody dies, and a Sararak becomes the most powerful being that the Sword Coast has ever seen.
May I interject just one thing?
Probably.
Okay. Is anyone else a little worried that because we are taking the road less traveled, we will not hit the room with the hags and therefore will not have the opportunity to save your friend?
If the hags are down here, I would assume they'd want to be connected up to these back ways rather than the regular. I mean, they're working for a Sararak, aren't they?
It would seem so, yes.
Pretty positive that if we can defeat a Serac, we can defeat everything else after that. But I believe that a Serac is probably giving power to anybody working for him.
I think as long as we're in this tomb, our chances of encountering those hags are greater than not.
You both are very good at speaking. A lot of words that sometimes don't make sense, but very confidently.
Father taught me many things. Words were part of it.
Okay. Well, I think we can assume that the weird tree realm might not be what it seems. Because I can breathe either in toxic air, should I go first and see what it's all about? Just in case it's a toxic room?
I love it when you go first places, Silky. Gives me an opportunity to save you.
I also do, if you remember, that that nauseous fog from the sewers that we were boating.
Yes.
I do have some wind magic I could use to clear the space. We could safely pass through.
I will hand ropes to anybody that is willing to let me hold a rope
Let me go
that they would like to
first.
tie around their waists.
Alastor, would you come with me? I will go first and you will follow.
Are you suggesting just walking in there, or with my magic? Are you saying?
I think we should walk.
I don't want to walk in there and start coughing on that air. It already smells terrible.
I don't know. There could be something in the woods, and I'm worried doing magic immediately would activate it. So perhaps we try to stealth across this side of the forest first and see if we can get through.
Are you suggesting that I hold my breath, Lieutenant?
Probably, yes.
If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna need to slow down my heart rate, which means no thinking about tea breaks, or Garathor's delicious porridge, or that sweet ruby we just found. I just block those things out.
You have a mind, a conscious that. Okay. Okay.
He's a wizard, Silky.
I is that what all wizards do? I haven't met that many.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Loomis.
Yes, I suggest we tie ourselves on the rope that we let Mr. Garathor hold, and then we work our way across the side.
All right. Does that seem like a feasible plan, DM? Are those woods? I thought it was signifying gas for some reason.
There's no gas. There's no visible gas.
Right,
As you're
right.
in the entryway, you smell something rotten and pungent. It smells awful in there, but not necessarily like a noxious like coughing gas that would poison you. Possibly it would poison you if you got deeper in, but yeah, it's not a visible like green gas like the map shows.
I just thought those looked like trees to me.
And there's these piles of like compost, like rotting wood and rotting, I don't know, like fungus and mushrooms and stuff.
Silky, help me look for like a lever or something that might trigger that sprinkler system up there as we begin to walk into this room.
Okay, I think you are better at looking. So I will look straight ahead.
Little assistance, maybe.
I can help, yes.
All right.
Okay. We tie a rope around each other and give the long end to Garathor.
Okay. Make a perception check at advantage.
Ooh.
12.
Solid.
You see, like I described before, you see a shaft which just disappears into the ceiling out of this cog. You see the sprinkler, but you don't see any levers or anything, and it looks like you have a pretty good visible range of this room.
Okay, Silky and I continue forward.
All right. You guys make it to about here. Smells terrible, but you don't feel any effects of poison or anything. And you see a bridge connecting the two gears, and you can see into this next gear as well.
I make a chirping noise to indicate that it's safe to follow.
I'll usher Iranae forward while holding onto the ropes.
You guys smell this terrible, terrible rotting smell of composts, and make your way through though. And as you guys enter into this next gear, this is an acidic stench, and it fills this pentagonal chamber, which has two exits. I will reveal the second one in a moment here. The walls are covered with riveted sheets of iron and pockmarked stone. There's a pockmarked stone floor that has a large puddle of gray slime in the middle of it. Freezes, is that right? Friezes?
Is he?
I've never heard of that word.
Friez?
Yeah. Yes.
Isn't that like an artistic, like
Frieze.
art on a wall?
Yeah, it's a frieze. Freezes. Freezes along each wall just beneath the ceiling depict 5 black dragons. Okay, so I just Googled it. It's like, you know, in the Roman architecture, where there's like pictures of chariots and stuff kind of in the triangle.
Engraved like in marble and stuff.
Yeah. So there's 5 black dragons in these friezes. So you guys learned your new architecture word. I did as well this evening. In the friezes are 5 black dragons. Actually, they're depicted here. Let me reveal the whole thing. And then there is a hallway on the other side of this. But you guys can see the 5 kind of black things around there. Smells like acid. And there's a puddle.
And there's a puddle. I bet that puddle's acid, guys.
There is no advantage to looking through the compost, right?
Not unless you're trying to grow a garden.
I did a very good garden back at the monastery. Grew lots of fruits and vegetables. Hey, no, that's fine.
We'll continue in this room. Is there any other, as we enter the room, markings, interesting things?
A perception check.
Oh,
Not
Can
really.
I assist him?
Sure. At this point, just make a separate one, Silky. There doesn't seem. I mean, these 5 dragons are interesting, but you don't really see anything else. That there's no levers. There's nothing really that would help you, I guess.
do 5 dragons seem significant in any sort of lore pertaining to the tomb?
Sure. Make a history check.
Only a 12.
Yeah. Not really.
Silky, will you look for traps? Someone look for traps.
Honestly, I think you might be the best person to do that.
I've already been looking around this room quite a bit, though. Iranae.
Yeah.
I need some fresh eyes on this situation, please. Can you sweep the room for traps, please?
I can help you, Miss Iranae. I'm not great, but I can help.
Silky's help. You can roll perception or investigation with advantage.
$29.
All right, you sweep this room. That looks like similar slime to what you've encountered in the hallway. It seems to be oozing up, like bubbling up through the bottom of this cog in pores. Besides that, the dragons. It's an interesting. The dragons seem very well carved, and you do notice tiny holes in the dragons' mouths, like a sieve holes.
Is anybody taking damage in the room right now?
No.
I think we just move through this one as quick as possible.
To the other side.
Thanks
When we're
for
around
moving me, TM.
to here.
All right. One more hallway. Silky, you going up?
I wait for everybody else to be behind me, and then yes.
Okay. You have to jump over this slime.
No problem. Don't
I will
motion.
grab
acrobatics
Alastor and try
It
to
is
jump.
it's about a 20-foot jump. Or 15-foot jump.
No problem.
Haha.
All right. You use the wall and kind of bounce off a couple times Jackie Chan style.
Oh, you know what? At level 9, I can walk across vertical surfaces. I just walk across the wall.
All right. Wow. So you just
Sick.
how far can you do that?
What?
I have the ability to move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on my turn without falling during the move. I believe I can do it for my movement, so 45 feet.
45 feet you can walk vertically?
Yeah.
Vertically? Jeez.
Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
like Assassin's Creed times 1,000.
Yeah.
For 45 feet. That's insane. Okay. Cool. Silky, using her new abilities, just looks like she has spider climb cast on her as she goes up on the side of the wall, Matrix style, and goes all the way across to the
Cool
slime.
little backflip, turn around and do a little curtsy. Notice no one cares and turn back around.
Silky, as you approach, there is a raised. Let me read it here.
I don't like the look of this one.
Welcome to your trickster god.
Napaka!
A 4-foot high, 7-foot wide iron lectern in the middle
Lectern?
of this rusty iron plated room.
What is a lectern?
A lectern I know, because that's from church. It's like what they put the Bible on in places. So it's like a raised platform that
It's what the
presents
pastor talks from.
Got it.
the lectern of the the lectern.
Like an altar. Similar. But not quite.
Yeah, it's where they preach from. There's an iron plated room and it's topped by a slanted control panel. Set into the control panel are a gold lever with a star-shaped handle, 2 dials in red and blue, and 2 buttons of the same color. Wall engravings behind the control panel show 5 grouped circles with a small crystal embedded in the wall under each one. The crystal under configuration 3 glows bright green. 3 6-inch diameter rusty iron pipes jut from the wall right above the engravings. Hang on a sec. Let me make this much less complicated for you.
I was about to say, please tell me there's an image, because I could draw this, but
There's a handout. Handout. Just type control. There we go.
Oh.
That's not what I
man.
envisioned.
Not at all.
Let me read this one more time.
Please.
So there's the iron lectern in the middle of this room. Set into this control panel are a gold lever with a star-shaped handle, 2 dials in red and blue, and 2 buttons that are red and blue. So the dials can go to the left or the right. Wall engravings behind the control panel show 5 groups of circles with small crystals embedded in the wall under each one. The crystal under configuration labeled 3, as you can see in the picture, is illuminated. Also, 3 6-inch diameter rusty pipes come from the wall, as you can see there too, above the engravings. And as your group gathers in this room, looking at this crazy mechanics, like seeing this control panel, star-shaped wands, like giant gears, and you're wondering, what the hell? How are we going to figure this out? how are we gonna? What things do we turn? What do we push? What's gonna happen? As you guys are contemplating that, we're gonna end tonight's session. And next session, we will begin with the control panel of the
Wonderful.
Annihilation.
There's
Well, thank-
only 5 orientations listed, but there's 9 possible positions for the dials to be in.
You just went really mathematical there, buddy. Well, everybody, thank you very much for joining us at the Emerald Dragon this evening.
Woof.
As we like to say, fuck this tomb, but may the dice ever tell the story. Also, Paul, you're never allowed to call out a natural one before a player rolls ever again. And with that, we bid you fair due, and thank you very much for joining us this evening. But yes, we will talk to you guys next time. 2 weeks from now, next week is going to be the Curse of Strahd, followed by the Tomb of Annihilation the week after.
Brad's art streams throughout the week, a little bit of Magic the Gathering sprinkled in there as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see you a little sooner than 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, dude.
But yes, everything else stands. Thank you so much, Luke, and thank you for everyone who tuned in tonight. Stay safe out there, people. Peace.
Peace.
Night.
Eats.
Eats.